Well, a very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Deck Sim live stream today. It is the 9th of August 2024, 34 minutes past 4 in the evening. We're back in Microsoft Flight Simulator in the Flight Sim Studios 727 freighter. Having only just flown it for the first time 2 or 3 days ago. Really enjoyed flying it. I was going to mention, well, I did mention last stream that the next flight would be, again, continuing our journey in this aircraft. So here we are in the capital of, actually, it's not the capital of South Africa, but in the largest city, I think. Oh no, maybe Joburg's legally, I don't know. But we're going to be flying from Cape Town to Johannesburg via a small town called Upington. So 2 sectors today. Both flights around 1 hour each. Upington has the longest runway in the Southern Hemisphere at 4,900 metres. In fact, it was an abort site for the space shuttle, so I thought, oh, that would be quite a good destination to fly to. And they've got a VOR approach there. And when we get into Johannesburg, there's a VATSIM event going on this evening. Well, it's actually between Cape Town and Johannesburg, which starts in about 30 minutes. So we'll utilise ATC for the last sector. We're flying as Alpaca Airways. There isn't an Alpaca Airways liveried FSS 727 yet, so we've gone for an all-white paint job. We'll imagine that we are waiting for the aircraft to go to the paint shop to receive its Alpaca Airways livery, but we're going to take a full amount of freight on both sectors, right up to the maximum zero fuel weight on both of them. This is the default Cape Town scenery with the overhaul by, I think it's Chak 991 available on the flightsim.io site, so it does look very, very nice indeed. And I've got the same or similar scenery in Upington as well. But here is the 727 freighter, all in white, without any Alpaca Airways liveried. It looks pretty smart, to be fair. I wish it had. Oh no, it does have a. Or was that just its shadow? No, it's just its shadow. I wish it had a bit of a grey bottom to it, but you can see it's looking a bit grubby and a bit dirty. But hopefully we'll have an Alpaca Airways liveried aircraft soon. We won't be utilising the virtual flight engineer. I'll be doing it all myself. Just get it to set the bug speeds, the EPRs and the V-speeds for departure. Otherwise, we're going to be flying it all ourselves. I've not done any test sectors, so it's going to be amusing for you guys watching for sure. Before we get started, let's have a look who we have here in chat. We have Calvino Brum. A pleasure getting to control my favourite aviation streamer once again. Big hug from Tower. Thank you very much, Calvino. I was aware that the event actually starts in 30 minutes, but I just wanted to start now, otherwise we'll be running a little bit late here. We're running the sim 6 hours behind live time because the sun sets here in about 30 minutes. I didn't want to do a night flight, but we are live weather, of course. Thanks for the ATC then, Calvino. Jamlin, I hope you're well. Has anyone started delivery? I don't think so, Jamlin, but I'll let you know if I find out in Discord later. James French is here as well. White horses too. Are those ghosts from last stream? Yes, a lot of banter about horses because I accidentally depressurized the aircraft last stream by opening a door. So yes, I've got all my... Yes. Yes, lots of horse sound effects for you this evening for every time we might have jeopardised the 2 static horses in the rear of the aircraft. James Richard is here. Having Tor is here too. Having Tor giving me some banter in Discord just before the stream. Very funny. Murray, hope you're doing well. Kaon is here too. But yeah, we'll have some fun this Friday evening in the FSS 727 on adventure to Johannesburg via Upington. Anyway, let's jump on into the cockpits. Now, I do have New Sky up and running for Alpaca Airways. Now, we'll try not to loop the intro music, pro streamer here. So I do have New Sky all up and running. I've already filed my flight plan. It recognises the FS 727-200 freighter, so that's all loaded. We can rank our flight then for Alpaca Airways as we take a full load of cargo. And I'll just show you a little bit about our geographical routing today. The weather is actually quite nice. I've taken 9.9 tonnes of fuel for this sector, so pretty much minimum block fuel. We'll be departing from Cape Town, all conventional navigation and INS for both routes today. That's the location of Upington, if I just go here to the world map. So yeah, the elevation is going to be ever increasing. So here we're around 200 feet above the ground. Upington's at 2,800 feet, and then we're going to carry on to Johannesburg here on the second sector, which is up at 5,500 feet. So we're going to check out the hot and high performance of the aircraft and see how we get on. But yeah, both sectors around 1 hour today. And that's where we're located on planet Earth. Cool. So I don't follow any checklist for this. I sort of just wing it in the 7.2. So let's get some power connected to the aircraft and see how we get on today. So over to the engineers panel. Battery we can turn on. External power needs to actually get connected first. So let's go over here to aircraft. Panel state. No, that's just there we are. GPU connect. So there it is, arriving outside and getting booted up, so we'll go back over here. External power. I think it takes a while for it to just get powered up. Sounds like he's just fired it on now. Let's try again. Oh, that's not a good start. Oh, I know why. Is it? Well, why is the external power not connecting? Or has it done? Oh, there it goes. Perfect. I think it just took a while for the external power to come on. Not a great start, but there we are. We have power on the aircraft. Megalom's here. He says, "Hey brother, hope you're doing well. Have a great day. Raina, my hometown. Love to see you this side of the world." Yeah, it's nice to come here. I saw they've had some events this evening. That's why I wanted to fly in South Africa today. Right. So we've got some electrical power connected to the aircraft. I'll just turn down the sim sound slightly. They are always quite loud. Let's just fire up GSX and get all the cargo on board. So request boarding.
Boarding requested.
We'll have let's have South African Airways working for us today. So that's going to get everything connected outside. Start the loading of the cargo, the crates, and everything. Excellent. So that's all doing its thing. We'll close the book and we'll start a panel scan. So this is all guarded and closed. Anti-skid on. Lighting. We'll have the navigation lights on. Stall warning test. That's all good. Flight recorder test. You can hear a very faint beeping sound and the light off is done. We didn't do an instrument comparator test, but we'll do that now. We didn't do that last stream. Cargo forward, aft. I'm sure there should be 2 lights illuminating there, but I can't see them. But I heard a bell. That's good. Automatic to RTO. Emergency exit lights will arm. These are all guarded for now. Seatbelt signs on. No smoking on. Window heat, I was told last stream, comes on just prior to departure, so we'll do that. That's the panel all loaded. So let's now load up the cargo and fuel into the aircraft. So pre-flight, there's that's random. 3,300. There we are. So play and play.
Passengers bus is coming.
I can quickly press that here for a quick load of the cargo and a quick load of the fuel. So 3,300 kilos. The gauges are unfortunately in pounds, but that looks about right. 7,000 and a bit pounds in each 3,300 kilos, about 7,700 pounds in each tank. Cool. The zero fuel weight for departure is 65.5, just above our maximum zero fuel weight. We'll forget that, but we'll take some relaxed operations today. So very, very heavy. Let's have a look here. So I set up some of this before the stream. So the SID we're going to fly is the Codes 1 Alpha. The stop climb is flight level 9 so we can set that now. And it's all conventional, so this is great for us. So it's based off Cape Town VOR. It's on runway track 3 miles from the VOR, make a left turn track 330. Then we intercept the 354 radial very briefly. Then at 8 miles, we make a right turn 060 to intercept the 032 radial to Codes. So we need 2 radials, 354 and 032. So let's set that up now. 354. Like so. And 032. Jim, you can have that over here. 032, and we'll tune up Cape Town VOR on both boxes, which is 115.7, and we'll turn on the radio master switches, which are behind the captain's seat just here. So master switch 1 and 2 on. There we are. That's picked up the DME. We've got the HSI showing us not on the radio, and the RMI needles pointing towards the VOR. That's great. So that's all done. Runway heading. We'll be departing off of runway, I think it's 01. Yeah, 01. Runway heading is 011. So I'll set that now. There we are. That's the runway heading. And we'll set that Jim side as well. Perfect. Check. All SIDs unavailable. Oh, okay. Is it going to be a radar vector departure? Fine, no problem. That's going to make my life easier. So let's actually grab the ATIS. Well, we've backed something up in case, you know, ATC changed their minds. Let's grab the weather. Looks like it is not coming through on audio. 127.0. I'll get it on text. So visibility 10k, broken at 4,000 feet. QNH is 1015. So I'll press the magic B button. There we are, 1015. Runway 01 in use. Expect to vacate echo. Currently unavailable SIDs. Expect vectors. Intersection departures are available. Transition level 85. Information alpha. Okay, no problem. Well, radar vector departure is going to keep our workload low, and we've got it backed up anyway. So if ATC loses radar at any point, we can just continue towards Codes. Anyway, we want to eventually intercept the 032 radial outbound anyway. So that's all good. Perfect. So that's all set. I won't use the flight directors to do the fire test. There we go. That's all good. That's all tuned here. We don't need to do anything here. We've set that up. We'll do the engineers panel first, then we'll do the INS. So, AC generator drives are all guarded. The engine IDGs are off, so that's fine. Fuel pumps. Let's turn on the boost pumps. All the tanks containing fuel. That's all otherwise configured. Turn on VHF1. We don't need fuel heat on. Hydraulic
Cape
pumps.
Town International Airport 8 is information alpha.
That's probably why we didn't get the 80s. We've already copied it.
132021. Visibility 10.
There we are. So we've already copied the 80s. I better just, yeah, that's why we didn't pick up the radio. So VHF1. Let's turn up the volume. Let's turn on the electric driven pumps. Open the ground interconnect switch so we can pressurise system A. That's all configured. That's all looking good. We'll leave that as it is. We're cruising at 31,000 feet on this sector. Cabin altitude for 31,000 feet. We want set to 4,000 feet. And the elevation of our destination is 2,800 feet. So let's turn that up here to 2,800. Perfect. So that's set. Leave it in auto. Lighting for this panel's all set. Let's crank up the APU. So let's just do the fire test. And I remember from last time, someone said you've got to press reset twice. We'll do it 3 times just to be on the safe side. Oh no! Now I've tested it again accidentally. Great, wonderful. 1, 2, perfect. Hi Anthony. Good morning to you, sir. Hope you're doing well. V2 plus 10 are using active sky. Nope, just stock Microsoft Flight Sim weather. Hasso, are you there using? Or how long is this OFP valid for? Did you get it sent hours before flight for all sectors that day? Yeah, I usually generate them quite early on in the morning. Let's start the APU. Yes, there we go. It's booting up. Has the cargo all been loaded already? I think GSX is having a nightmare. What's going on? What's going on with GSX here? It worked well on the last stream. Boarding completed. Okay. Right. Are you sure, GSX? It would appear the boarding is not completed and you've parked your tugs under my 727. Never mind. Good. I'm not a plane, not sketchy at all. I know, Jeff. It's Alpaca Airways. That's why we've got no livery. We're waiting patiently for one to be painted. So, yes, this is Alpaca Airways. APU's up and running. We'll put the generator on now. I think that's all we need to do. Essential power to APU. Clunk. That sounds reassuring. Excellent. So I should now be able to disconnect the external power. There we are. So aircraft pre-flight. There we are. So GPU is disconnected. Oh no, don't press that as the panel state. Don't do that. Remove ground power. We'll close the doors and remove the chocks now. We're now ready to load the INS. There we are. Hopefully GSX will remove the stairs at some point as well. Right, now the boring part, guys. INS. So standby. Oh, my post-it note on how to load this. I might make a little tutorial for you guys. Would you guys like a little SIVA how to fire up tutorial? Someone mentioned it last stream. I can't find my little post-it note on how to load it. There we are. I need a tutorial myself. Right, so we've moved that to standby. Rotate to position. We need to tell the INS where we are. So let's fire up Navigraph. We are on stand. Let me just move Navigraph out of the way as well for you. There we go. So it's on the remote apron. I think it was like Bravo 2 was the stand. So let's try and locate the coordinates. Bravo 2. Bravo 1 through Bravo 3. There we are. So let's put that. Can I highlight it? Unfortunately not. So I just need to remember it's the second line here. So south. 3358.5. 58.5. Insert. East 018. East 018. 36.1. Insert. Right. So we told the INS where we are. We'll move that to a line. And now we can start inserting the waypoints. So that's done. Waypoint. waypoint 0 is the initial position, waypoint 1 is then going to be our first waypoint. And the ones I've programmed are Codes, or the ones we will program, Codes, Gexip, Kek, and then we'll also do the airport just in case I get lost. Excellent. So hide, flights, view, SimBrief OFP. I've highlighted the waypoints. One I made earlier. Only 4 to load, which shouldn't take long. So the first one will be Codes. So that's going to be south 33087. Insert east 018453 018453. Insert. I've just noticed the ready nav lights come on already. I guess the FSS has quite quick alignment. I don't know if you can turn that to realistic, which is what I usually do. Gexip south 32150. Insert and then it's east 019150. Insert waypoint number 3 is Apkek, which is south 30317. South 30317. Insert east 020103. 020103. Insert then lastly the airport itself, or the VOR, which is for all intents and purposes on the airport. So that's south 28241. Insert and then east 021156. 021156. Insert. That's all the waypoints complete. Move over to status. Should hopefully see 005. We are. Alignment's complete. We can move to nav. There we go. INS is loaded and ready for the sector. Perfect. So INS is done. AP is up and running. Let's get the AP bleed on, which is up here. On. PSI is increasing, which is good. Is there a reason why the right PSI increases quicker than the left? I noticed the left does stabilise at around the same PSI, same duct pressure, but it's the right shoots up far quicker than the left. It'll be some system swing which I'm unaware of. We'll turn the packs on for a second to get some conditioned air into the cabin. It's all set to auto and cool. It's a lovely 16-17 degrees in there. Horses are happy. There we go. 727, yay or nay? Is the nay reference to the fact that I keep killing horses on board, or just yes or no? Yes, I do love the 727, the wise nerve. Cool, let's grab the clearance, and then we're pretty much ready to go. I need 20 minutes, I know, but we'll just do our briefings. Oh yeah, sorry, I haven't done the performance. Pre-flights, takeoff. So it would definitely be runway 01 for departure, full length, flat 15. It's quite a brisk wind now. Look, 320 at 29 knots. I don't know what the crosswind limit is for the 727, but that's going to be giving us. Oh, it's only a mere 6 knot crosswind, but a decent headwind, 22 knot headwind. So QNH is set. Temperatures in Fahrenheit, flat 15, plenty of weights. Set EPR and trim, which is so useful. There we are, so trim set, EPR bugs as well, so 2.1 per engine, and speeds 140, and somehow V2 is less than V1 and VR, which shouldn't ever be permitted, so interesting. I don't know if that's a little bug or something, but we'll go with it. V speeds are set. Let's grab the clearance. So we've got tower online. Oh, we actually got delivery as well, so let's get the... Oh, we've got delivery, ground and tower. Everyone's here, so 122.1. The VATSIM event starts in 10 minutes. That makes sense. So let's get delivery and then ground. Standby. And see what is what. Yeah, it's getting busy down there. Look.
We can push once the aircraft moves away. There's not enough space.
We've got South African A320s, we've got Emirates 777, Starlink, and someone's just pushed back there as well. Oh, he's got a long flight, the Emirates.
Push and start approved behind the departing Airbus and 306.
That's my call sign, Alpaca 771.
QNH 1015 and 306.
Must be some friction at the end of the runway.
Level 374 kilo ready for taxi.
Anthony, I've just been told last stream, I didn't realise, were you an engineer on the 727?
Kilo taxi to hold Boeing Bravo 3, runway 01.
I don't know if you commented as well.
Taxi Holly Boeing,
Anthony Valley, not
Bravo
my
3
Anthony Teal.
401 via Bravo, Level 374
We had to cage
kilo.
the standby PFD. Oh, we did that last stream. Thanks. Did someone just request clearance, or should I go for it now? Cape Town delivery. Good day. It's Alpaca 771. Stand Bravo 2. Information Alpha 1015. Departure clearance to Upington.
Alpaca 771, delivery is online. Please contact them on 122. That's on season.
Thank you. Bye. Oh, I thought I had delivery tuned. I actually had ground. What a noob. Cape Town delivery, good day, it's Alpaca 771, stand Bravo 2, information Alpha, QNH 1015, departure clearance to Upington, please.
I just confirm last station, it is Alpaca 771.
A-firm, Alpaca 771.
Alpaca 771, Cape Town delivery, good afternoon. You will clear to Upington, flight level 310 on request. After departure, runway 01, maintain runway track. Climb initially, flight over 90, and contact Cape Town area once passing altitude 2000 on frequency 125.1, and you can squawk 4776.
Okay, cleared to Upington, flight level 310 on request, departure be runway 01, maintain runway track, to flight level 90, past 2,000 feet, contact 125.1, and squawk 4776, Alpaca 771.
Alpaca 771, read back correct, QNH 1015, information Alpha's current call position.
Thank you. Perfect. Right, so we've got a lot to remember here. So, runway track to be maintained, to flight level 90, which is set. Passing 2,000 feet to contact 125.1. Now, we've got to contact ground and tower first, so we won't put those frequencies up yet. Squawk 4776. I feel that today's going to be very busy for me. You guys are going to enjoy me flying a 3 crewed aircraft on that in a busy event, and I've not done any test sectors, and a VOR approaching Upington as well. Oh, crikey. That does sound like a very much a real ATC controller grub cake. Right, just before we request push to start, we'll get GSX to fix itself with its stuff all parked all over the place, and request or prepare for pushback and departure. I can hear stuff moving around. Yeah, let's get rid of the stairs. Crikey, they've been pointed up high. Where's the... Ah, there's the pin. The pin lady. Perfect. Ah, yes, very good Anthony Vallivio. That makes me really cringe for myself, because you're going to see me make so many mistakes. Oh.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Thanks, madam. Now, we will push back today, not power back. We might power back in Upington. No replays today, because the replay crashed my sim last time massively. So I was not happy. Right, well, GSX, why have you left the tugs located directly underneath my 727? It worked perfectly last stream.
Departure checks completed. Bypass
Your head has disappeared, madam. I think the pin has been placed. Oh, there she goes. Perfect. We're all ready. Where's she go? Oh, actually, where is the tuck? Oh, here he comes. Oh, it's her twin sister. Perfect. Right. Anti-collision lights. So I just make sure my parking brake is set. Yes. I've just got to turn the packs off and the anti-collision lights on. Alpaca 771, stand Bravo 2, request push and start.
Alpaca 771, contact ground on 121.9. Bye-bye.
Ground 121.9, thanks to ATC, Alpaca 771. Bye-bye. Over to ground. And we'll put tower on standby, 118.1. Perfect.
Charlie Zulu Whiskey, we just got it approved. face south, QNH 1015.
Oh, now which one is it to push? Right, I'll show you Navigraph. Every time. I want to face south, okay, so I want to press
Handling
nose,
306 requesting
nose left, nose right, tail left, correct?
Handling 306.
So I want to face south. Which one is it? Nose right, tail left, correct?
Taxi to holding
So I want the nose of the plane to go right.
01 via Bravo, handling 306.
Nose left, nose right, stop it! Nose right, isn't it? Yeah, it has to be.
Release parking brakes.
Has to be. I swear every time I do it, it's wrong. Cape Town ground, hello again, Alpaca 771, stand Bravo 2, request push and start.
Parking brakes, please.
Alpaca 771, welcome back. Please hold position, aircraft taxiing behind you.
Release parking
I didn't
brakes,
hear
please.
Sorry, just could you say that again? Hold position and the rest?
AFM, hold position, aircraft taxiing behind you. Once they get out, I will let you
Parking
out.
brakes, please.
Roger, holding position, Alpaca 771. Perfect. So, oh, someone's just... Oh, look at that, with the water effects.
Release parking
Oh,
brakes.
is that new? Look at that. That's awesome with a wet runway. How long has that been a thing in Microsoft Flight Simulator? It was raining just before the
Release
stream.
parking brakes.
Yes, patience, madam. Aircraft pushing back somewhere. Oh yeah, there we are. Guess I don't want to block anyone.
Release parking brakes, please.
That's nose wheel needs to turn right as you would if you were taxiing in. In real life we told them tail north or tail east, that sort of thing. That was also how we got it from ramp control. Yeah, so in Europe...
Alpaca 771, keep staying down, off clear ski. In the Airbus is behind from left to right, push and start approved, face south, QNH 1015.
Once the Airbus has taxi clear, push and start approved to face south. QH 1015, Alpaca 771. Is that an Airbus? Doesn't look very Airbusy. Or maybe is it that aircraft?
Release parking brakes, please.
Power back is the way to go. We'll be doing that in Upington. Now, I heard Airbus.
Release parking brakes.
And that looks like an Airbus over there, so I feel I should maybe wait for him. Oh, is that an A220?
Release parking brakes, please.
I don't know. I don't know planes.
Alpaca 771, just to confirm, you are now clear for push and start.
Thank you, Alpaca 771.
Release parking
Oh,
brakes,
answer my
please.
question. Thanks, sir. Right, beacon's on, parking brake is released. Transponder
Commencing push.
to
All engines clear.
out on.
Start at will.
Perfect. Right, starting, so air conditioning packs can come off. Air conditioning light on, parking brake. Right, ready to start. Please work. Yes, it's working. N2. Oh, Mark, are you here? Mark, are you the controller? No problem at all. No problem at all. N2. Oil pressure. We have N1 rotation. 25% is coming up. Fuel on. Oh yes, we should have this open really. Ooh, basic. Ungrad, how could you be a pilot not be able to recognise aircraft types? Well, those Embraers, I don't see many of those in Europe. I'm not very good at those sort of aircraft. Boeing and Airbus, I can tell you, no problem. Thankfully, it's not a prerequisite. I was not asked in the interview. They don't hold picture cards up saying, what aircraft is this? I probably wouldn't do very well. Alright, sounds like a good start. Engine 3, low pressure lights extinguished. Starting engine number 2. A380. No problem, Mark. No problem. N2.
Please set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
N2, oil pressure. And we have
N306,
N1.
contact Avro 118.1, enjoy your flight.
Contact 118.1, handling 306.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start.
Disconnect. Ready for taxi.
Unlocking gear.
Charlie 1.
There we are, being lowered. Starting engine number 1.
Charlie Zulu Whiskey.
Head 2.
Roger, hold position. Aircraft pushing in front of you. Holding position, Charlie.
Oil pressure. And M1. So it's about 20 approaching 25, fuel on. There we are, that's the pin being removed. Love how the window's open on the external view as well.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass
The
pin
head's
removed.
disappeared.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Wow, those sounds are excellent. Anthony, note that the A system rudder light's on, also the standby system light. Oops, this is a bug of sorts. They apparently start cold and dark state with the A system rudder. Oh yeah, someone told me how to fix that last stream. Is it to flick this twice or something? Can't remember. Now that is loud, so we'll shut that. Bye, lady, and we'll do the before taxi flow. So generators on, APU off. Start switches is done. Pro peep we do when we line up. Anti-ice. Uh-oh. Oh my god, I did this last time! Ah! I think, there we are. Pax Auto. That's beeping. Turn the Pax on. Bleeds off. And flaps to 15. There we are. Flight controls. Did that last time with the power. Forward. Back, left, right, rudders, right, and left. Perfect. Recall, there's no amber lights, just that red light. Oh no, I've managed to get rid of. Oh no, I forgot to turn off. Yeah, hold on. Close, turn on the hydraulics. And we're ready for taxi, I think. Have I forgotten anything? Yeah, that's what happened, Anthony, last time. I forgot to move the essential power on 3. Yeah, I left it on the APU and I shut it down. That's not good. Thanks. Alpaca 771 request taxi.
Alpaca 771, taxi to holding point Bravo 3, runway 01, via Bravo.
Taxi holding point runway 01 via Bravo Alpaca 771. Right, lights are on, parking brake is released.
Charlie Zulu
Do a config check.
You can taxi now.
Perfect, no config warning.
Bravo 3, runway 01, via Bravo.
On our way. Nick, Sam, do you know whether it is possible for people who have a stammer to become a pilot? Absolutely. There's a colleague of mine who has a stammer, and he's a really nice guy. He's a senior Thierry, and he has a stammer. As far as I'm concerned, he has nothing that prevents him from flying. He's a super nice guy as well. Here we are on our way. Legit airline, isn't it? When there's no paint scheme. Right, let's do the before. Yes, Anthony was by the way, everyone in chat, Anthony Valio, who's often popped in during the stream, is an ex-727 flight engineer, and he's watching this video behind his hands, only peeking occasionally as he watches me attempt to fly his previous aircraft type on Microsoft Flight Simulator. Right, let's do some before takeoff checks. So config we check. Flaps we have 15 green light. Stab trim is set for departure. That was set via the tablet. Takeoff briefing. So we've got the packs in on or bleeds are set. Speeds are set for departure. V1 was 140, VR 140, V2 was 139. Bizarrely, look at the rain spray on that. That's so cool. That's set. Departure is fly runway track to flight level 90, passing 2000, contact 125.1. Any problems will come back to Cape Town. That's reviewed. There's no passengers on board, so that's all secure. I don't know if it'll penalise me, but maybe. Oh, I'll put the seatbelt and no smoking sign on anyway, so that's good. Check's complete, we're ready for departure. A lot of inertia of the aircraft, so I've just got the thrust pretty much at idle, and it's rolling nicely. Yeah, ground speed 17 knots. Ungrad, I think fly's a bit of an exaggeration of the way this is going. Nah, we'll be fine. We're all good. Let's go freeze some horses. We do still have the horses in the rear. So I depressurize the plane.
Niner 6, you can turn left
last
to
stream.
Bravo and stand Bravo 7.
Can left on Bravo and stand Bravo 109.
Awesome.
Over 711, contact driver on 118, decimal 1, heavy streaming.
Tower 118.1, thank you very much to the ATC and your patience, Alpaca 771, bye. Well done Microsoft Flight Simulator. The windsock is facing the wrong direction. It's a very strong headwind for runway 01. This happened before, didn't it? Right, we'll go over to approach, no, tower, and then we'll put approach on standby. 497. I was actually told to contact 125.1. It's going to be approach now, isn't it? 1197. I better brake. Alright, I've got that on standby anyway. Perfect. Right. Just let it gently roll up to the whole point. I'm just going to get it configured to take off now. Strobes, transponder to TARA. It's interesting it's got TARA, but do we actually have TCAS on board? It's MCP, set transponder TARA, strobe lights on, perfect. And Cape Town Tower, good day, Alpaca 771, holding point Bravo, runway 01, ready for departure.
Alpaca 771, very good afternoon. New departure frequency for you, 119.7.
Copy, passing 2,000 feet, we'll now contact 119.7, Alpaca 771.
Alpaca 771, thank you very much. Runway 01 clear for takeoff. Wind 320 degrees to 1 knot. Hold on to your horses. Have a good flight.
01 clear takeoff, Alpaca 771. We'll see you again soon, thanks to the ATC now. Bye bye. Good, so clear takeoff, automatic changeover at 2,000 feet, just fly runway track, so nice and easy for me. We'll treat it like an NADP2, so we'll accelerate at 1,200 feet. Oh yeah, thank you FX driver, this is where it's different from the NG, so window heat and probe heat on now as well, because they turned on when you line up. Thanks for that FK driver. And there's no timer on this aircraft, but we'll make a note of the airborne time, which is 16112 Zulu. Right then, off we go to Upington with my rubbish lineup. Toga's in chat, even though we don't have Toga. Let's stand them up initially. So no silly increases in EGT, that's all looking good. Stabilise, set takeoff thrust. Okay, APR looking for 2.1. There we are, just shy. Takeoff thrust set indications normal, airspeed's alive. Checked. Better reach full pressure actually. Crosswind's coming in now. Hands off, rotate. Nice and slow. And we're airborne. Pause ready to climb. Gear up. Stupid thing. There we go. And we'll just maintain V2 plus 20 about 160 knots. And trim. Now it's climbing well. A lot of power. Oh, I missed that flyby view. There we go. So we'll now lower the nose, accelerate to 250 knots. Got to buck that speed before departure. There we are, 250. We'll just do around 1,000 feet per minute. We'll just reduce thrust to about 90% M1 now. Flaps 5, contact departures. Departures, hello, it's Alpaca 771, maintaining runway track, climbing to flight level 90. Uh-oh. Flaps 2.
Alpaca 771, good day. Captain approach. You identified under radar control passing 2,500 feet. Climb now to flight level 150.
Climb now, flight level 150, Alpaca 771. So flaps up. Just a little bit more thrust on engine number 1.
Alpaca 771, continue climb to flight level 310.
Climb flight level 310, Alpaca 771. Okay, oops, I was pressing the wrong button. So there's 250 knots, pitching up now. In IMC, 310.
And Alpaca 771, proceed direct Codes.
Direct to Codes, Alpaca 771. So let's just maintain 250 knots, just watch my rate of climb there. Let's get this trimmed as well for 250. Alrighty, so we're good there at 250 knots. Waypoint change. 0, 1, insert. Oh yeah, I've got to get the autopilot in. It's the only way to be able to route direct to Codes. Alright, well let's do that now. So, engage, just heading select initially, or aux out cell, and IS hold. So that's going to maintain 250 knots. Are we routing direct to the waypoint? That's the big question. We should be. What's the inbound course we needed from SimBrief? I feel like we're just turning... No, it's rolling out. This might be good. Oh, hold on, guys. I need to find my SimBrief flight plan. Oh, you guys can't see it. There we are. So Codes, the track is going to be 050 or 03, but I think that's because... Right, I'm nervous. I'm going to have to check. Okay, yeah. That looks good. That looks good. Direct Codes. Right, after takeoff checklist. Gear off. Auto brake to off, which is automatic. I can turn these off now, can't I? Air conditioning. Oh. Hello? Oh, that spiked back up again. I'll turn those on because duct pressure dropped quite quickly, but I think at some point we turn those off. So air conditioning and pressurization. Diff pressure. Oh, I'm not pressurizing. Uh-oh. To flight. That was close. That was real close. There we are. We're now pressurizing. Can I now turn those off?
Cape Town approach, good evening.
No, I don't like the fact there's no duct pressure, but we're definitely pressurising now. That was a close one. Moving flat, that switch flight would have really bugged me up there. So pressurisation checks. We're now gonna go vertical speeds. Lower the nose to about 1,000 feet per minute to accelerate to 300 knots.
Under the control, climb to flight level 390.
Flying level 390, Tango 7 Charlie.
There we are, bug 300. Very busy here. Thrust is... it's a little bit too much engine number 1, so let's just reduce that to 90.
Tango 7 Charlie Zulu Whiskey.
Just fine tuning the thrust, they're all equal at 90%, so that's set.
Right heading 08.
That's a standard.
Charlie.
So much to do on your own. Standard set, approaching 300 knots. And we need to now check the chart to work out what radial we want on the SID. So the code is 1 alpha, it's a 032 radial to Codes.
Charlie Zulu Whiskey, proceed direct T10.
Direct T10, Tango 7 Charlie Zulu Whiskey.
So she's showing a little bit off, but but that will come back in
and
online.
Alpaca 771, contact Captain Area 125.100.
125.100, Alpaca 771. Thanks ATC, bye.
Cheers, bye-bye.
There we are, 300 knots. We can now go back to indicated airspeed hold. The aircraft's now going to pitch up to maintain 300 as we climb to flight level 310. Sorry, 310. Thanks. Check bleeds. Now all your bleeds are off. Were they? Ah, whoops. That's what I'd done. I forgot to turn bleed on engine 1 and 2. Very good. And we're pressurising. The cabin altitude is 7,000 feet, a little bit higher than planned, but the diff pressure is increasing and the cabin altitude is decreasing. We're completely fine, guys. Just keeping you on the edge of your seats. Oh my goodness me. Right, contact Cape Town area control. What is it called? Codes, that was it. Cape Town, hello, it's Alpaca 771. Climbing flight level 310 direct to Codes.
Alpaca 771, Cape Town, area identified, continue climb, flight level 310.
Continue climb flight level 310, Alpaca 771. Thank you. That's a little sketchy on your flight engineer. Yes, whoops. I forgot to put bleed 1 and 3 on prior to departure. There we are. Otherwise, we're all good. 90% on the engines. Everything's good. The EGTs are nice and cool. Fuel flow is good. The oil pressure is very high, but not exceeding the top of the red bar. Happy days. Horse is okay. Let me go check. Now this panel I can remove, isn't it? What I did last stream was I opened the door at the back here. Do not open this door, otherwise the aircraft depressurizes horribly. Let me just check if the horses are okay. Yes, absolutely fine. I didn't want peace, look. Yes, very good. Roger.
Tango 7 Charlie Zulu Whiskey.
Oh, I can see that. I can hear the horses on the ATC. Oh, that's really funny. Rear door is closed, bloodline. That's what I did last stream. I opened up that door in the cruise and depressurized the aircraft. Amusing. Yeah, Anthony, I guess that same with the window on the NG, same sort of design. You know, the amount of the air pressure difference, the amount of force required would be excessive. Oh, the depressurizes horribly. Is that opposed to depressurizes hilariously brilliant? What's the cabin temperature, bloodline? We don't discuss that virtually. It is a refreshing 0 degrees. Well, that's the supply air. The actual temperature of the cargo is also the same. Maybe I rotate this to auto. Someone said, I know what I need to do. I need to close the cooling doors. Does that sound familiar, Anthony? Once I get up to a higher altitude. It's certainly a little chilly back there. Anthony, Arnold Schwarzenegger couldn't open it, but I could, virtually. 20,000 feet, still maintaining 300 knots at the climb, and look at the beautiful scenery outside. South Africa. Oh, don't forget to do the pre-cruise checks as well. Yes. Lights are all good. Pressurization, we'll just double check again. Yep, cabin altitude's decreasing now, diff pressure's increasing, we're pressurizing. Excellent. No amber lights. Everyone's happy. Jet speed. Couple of frozen horses back there. Yeah, it's better than overheating them, I guess. Andy, very good. Finish your base training at Prestwick. Looking forward to line training. Fantastic news, Andy. Best of luck with the line training, sir. And say yes, but I recall those worked automatically. That'd be good to know, or good to have, I should say. All the gear and I did, the years I've been watching with him, we don't discuss is going at an amazing rate. In on aircraft I'm not familiar with, there's a lot of yes, we don't discuss that. Of course. Liam, does the aircraft have an FMC? So you have the option to select an FMC, which is great, but we're using the conventional INS today. It's more fun, more challenging, more amusing. Anyway, I've had CODES, it's INS navigation for the rest of the sector. Waypoint number 2 is Gexip, then APKEC, and then the last one is the VOR, which is directly over the field, which we can tune now, 116.5, and we'll be flying the VOR approach today. Do a fuel check at the next waypoint as well. There we are, out of range of the VOR, but no problem at all. Sweet. So as we climb, it said somewhere written in the manual I was reading, keep it at 90% during the climb, but as you get higher, can you have a higher N1 or EPR limit? I feel like I can get more out of these engines. I think there's no damage modelling on the FSS, whereas the Fly JCB you had to be really careful of because you could easily blow the engines. Awesome routing. I'm unfamiliar with South Africa, but if you switch this to satellite imagery, see how it just turns some sort of green areas lush, and as you get further north, look how arid it becomes. Look at this. So we get to Upington and it's just pretty much rocky desert. And then for Joburg, our next sector, it sort of goes from desert back to green as well. Looks pretty good out there. All white. Suspicious. It'd be sunset now in reality, but remember we've cranked the time back 6 hours. Answer, yes, in the climb after the first power reduction we referred to the charts. My technique was to recalculate the EPR whenever the outside air temperature hit a cardinal value on the charts, and no need to interpolate. Okay. Pouring water, good question. Yeah, so this is not slave to the INS at all. So when you're using INS navigation, which we are now with the auxiliary nav mode, this remains a slave to the to the VOR at all times. I don't know how the real aircraft worked, or if the real aircraft you could switch this to INS, or maybe there was an option where you couldn't, like this one. I really don't know, but this is only linked to nav 1 and this to nav 2 at all times. No, the nav GPS switch, I don't know when you'd use GPS, because that was, you do this, look, and it's not linked to the HSI, that you can't turn it. It's just it sets the north and south. So I tried that on the test sector. But when you're using the GPS or the FMC, I think you use that switch then. But it's not linked in any way to the INS. And so yeah, you never saw one like this. All I saw were capable of sending INS info to the HSI. Ah, there you go. So yeah, I guess the FlyJ sim then, they need to model that in the FSS to have the INS navigation interpolated on the HSI.
454 is with you climbing through level 376 for flight level 380.
454 heavy, Cape Town area identified.
Doing Mach decimal 75 now. Someone will level off, will accelerate to Mach decimal 8485.
Identified and the radar control planning to flight level 380 on 145. Thank you.
And today, guys, we're flying to Upington. Upington, fun fact, as I mentioned during the start of the stream, look at the length of this runway here. 4,900 metres. This is the longest runway at a commercial airport in the Southern Hemisphere. 4,900 metres. Absolutely bonkers how long that is. I mean, what's Heathrow? Like 3,500 metres. 4,900. So, as someone mentioned at the start, this was an abort site for the space shuttle. So if the space shuttle had to deorbit early during its initial climb for whatever reason, it could get here to Upington and land. And the only precision approach available that we can fly is the VOR 35, which I'll pin now. And the weather 290 at 6, so it is favouring that runway, which is great. So we've either got one of two options. We can either fly straight in on the VOR, runway 35, descend to the MSA, or we could enter the procedural approach. So fly direct to the VOR, enter the hold, fly out about 168, 8 miles, then descend to the platform altitude, and then fly in. I have a question for anyone doing their IR recently. I've never seen this on a chart. There's this option here too. It says when approaching through these radials, you can request the procedure turn approach. Does that mean I can fly 30 degrees outbound straight away, or do I have to fly the reciprocal, then after a certain point make a do the 80-260 turn, or 45? What's that turn? I remember 45, 135, I think. Yeah, so it's up to you. I'd like to do the direct in. I think you guys would like me to try and do the full procedure arrival. And so you climb decimal 78 and then 78 Mach on transition. See, I do. Oh, I should probably convert to Mach now, yeah, because it's struggling to climb. So if we go to Mach hold, it'll pitch up a little bit more. and it's now maintaining Mach decimal 79 in the climb. I'll bug decimal 85 or 84 for the cruise.
Cape Town area, very good afternoon. Southern Air 12, we're passing 350, climbing 360.
Great enthusiasm.
Southern Air 12.
Rainer, fun fact, Upington Airport's runway was built to accommodate a Boeing 747 with a full load of passengers, cargo and fuel, so they could take off from Europe without having to stop along the way. Wow, that's really interesting. Checked. Yeah, Johan, this will be hot and high. What's the actual temperature there at the moment? Up at 3,000 feet. As the temperature in Uppingham is 26. Trying to find out. What's that bringing up there? Oh yeah, well, weather. 90 degrees actually, so it's quite cool. It's cooled off quite nicely. Oh, what's that there? Can you see that? Look. What's it? Is that a click spot or something? It's like two little arrows. Weird. Don't know what that's for.
Book 8906.
Look at that landscape change.
There's going to be the E101 Alpha arrival, ILS 101 at Cape Town. When ready, descend to be leveled by E10, fly level 150, report leaving, fly level 3.
It's got a lot of thrust on there. Needles are shaking around a little bit. And actually, look, this is a good time to do our fuel check. We are literally 0.3 minutes, so 20 seconds Gexit. Oh, actually, overflying Gexit now. Let's double check that. How we reached the cruise level, look at that.
And when able, direct E10.
So, let's view the flight plan. There's the turn at Gexit. Do a time of fuel check. Ooh, better just watch out because we've now levelled off at 310. Just want to watch the speed. Oh, I have got a rudimentary auto throttle. I forgot about that. This system here, which was actually fitted to some latter 727s. So just doing a fuel and time check at Gexit. We're airborne at 16:12. Time now is 32. So 20 minutes it's taken to get here. We should have been here after 17, so a bit late. We should have 7.1 tons of fuel. Oh, pounds. So each tank has got 5,200 pounds in. 5,200, 5,200. So 5,200 pounds times by 3 is 15,600 divided by 2.2. 7.1 tons. What did we need? 7,024. So fuel burns perfect. Wonderful. And let's just bug decimal 85. Turn on the rudimentary auto throttle, which I think automatically defaults to idle when you engage it. Yes. It automatically, when you engage the auto throttle, goes, okay, I'll give you idle thrust, which would not do the engines any good. Hi Taylor, how are the horses? The horses are absolutely fine. Actually, has it warmed up a bit back there? So how do I get it a bit? How do I get a bit heated to the cargo? There we are. Air mix valve to hot. There we go. There we go. More hot. More heat. Yeah, I can't get the needle to move up any more than that. And the cooling doors are closed, so hopefully we'll see some temperature there soon. There we go. Nicely in the cruise. Halfway point's not far away. We're waiting for the DME to start increasing. What did you guys say about the approach? Oh, nothing. I might just do a straight in. We might get ATC, which would be great. Javelin click spot for the ejector seat. Unbelievable. Johan, it's winter time now. In the summer, the temps went to the mid to high 40s.
Cape Town approach.
Yes, obviously your winter
this
season now,
is
isn't
Cape
it?
Town area. I believe he disconnected there, so you might want to tune into his frequency.
Beautiful. Look at that scenery.
Yeah, I believe he disconnected. Some internet issue. You want me to just take over for tower for now?
A few connection issues.
Alright. Alright.
Bit of a agency chit chat being on frequency. It's a nice exterior model. It looks naughty in that all white, doesn't it? Like some illegitimate cargo airline. Oh, Stefan, apparently the temperatures are bugged in the aircraft. Everyone's flying in winter coats. Oh, fair enough. Anthony, in my experience, we had an automatic cabin temperature warning system. Ding ding, can you warm it up in first class? We have a similar system. Aaron, you said new scenarios and UK locations. Oh, what's that? Would you like me to take the 727 then? Track our flights, progress on the top there. ETA 1701 Zulu, so that's just 26 minutes right now, but obviously we'll slow down a little in descent. We're at 31,000 feet on flight level 310. That's our heading, that's our speed, 508 knots. Mach decimal 85. Cool.
Check on Southern A12.
And it's fully loaded as well. 0 fuel weight, 65
Southern
tons.
A12, can we climb flight level 380 final level?
Southern A12, ready to climb flight level 380 at your
Nice to come to a different part of the world as well.
380, thanks, Southern A12.
Cool. So let's sort of work out descent. It really depends if we do the full procedural arrival or fly straight in. I'm tempted to fly straight in today, and that's absolutely fine. Grid Mora, we could descend to 6,000 feet, and then once we're within 25 miles, down to 5,500, and then we can maintain that height until we sort of fly direct to the VOR. So our routing, if I go on the overlay,
Johannesburg area 134.4.
so we're sort of flying in like this. So what we can do, maybe at a range of that's 8 miles, maybe around 30. Grid Mora is 7.4 in that sector, which we're almost a beam now. We can start our descent, and then I can make a right turn, sort of to self-position onto the VOR. Altimeter indicates no, it's just literally right on the tick-over point between 300 and 310, so we're just 50 feet, a bit low. Not even that. So we're going to self-position. I'll probably fly east initially, or 080 to get onto the VOR, and then we'll descend. Minimums, we're going to tune 16.5, course is 348, so I'll tune that.
Money Air 454, heavy. Confirm your Mach number.
So that's going to be our final approach track, so I'll self-position onto this. That's Anthony, correct. The minimum's 3670. It's about 1,000 feet above the ground, but the weather's really nice.
You're gonna have a 777 in the same direction.
So you would never set a radio altimeter for minimums on this approach, but I'm going to set it anyway just to get the MDA lights.
38
Can't set that to the barometric altitude anyway.
Confirm your Mach number.
So yeah, we'll fly straight in.
We have the traffic on our little
We'll probably have a level.
We're doing Mach 8.81.
So loud. We'll probably descend to have a level segment at 4,900, and then at 8 miles I'll start descending at 3 degrees, and then the height checks we've got here, and I'll probably disconnect before we get a little closer. I'll probably be doing 160 to 140 knots, around 800 feet per minute vertical speeds down descent. MSA we've already discussed, so straight in off the VOR, makes sense. If it was IMC with no ATC, we'd have to do the full procedural arrival. Or we might get vectors when there's controller, who knows? That's pretty much covered everything. Landing performance. Is there any point discussing the landing performance? It's a 4,900 metre runway. But we'll look at it anyway. So I did actually purchase, I downloaded the visual improvement mod for this airport by someone called Dangerous Banana, and it actually looks really nice. It's got such a long runway, but it's not much in the form of aprons and taxiways. So we're actually going to park here because there are 2 GSX spots here, parking spots. So it's 4,900 metres. We'll plan to vacate here halfway onto 0826. So half of what 4,900 is still about 2,400 metres, which is still super long. Left on 2608 and then onto the stand here. We can actually depart off 01, which would be great. It's a super short taxi, and it's full length, and we should have sufficient performance from this aircraft. Otherwise, it's quite a long taxi. Or we can do an intersection departure, but we can request departure of 01, and there's no SIDS out of this airport. The altimeter has a bug right on the change point. It shows the previous 1,000. If you go to 3,000. 31,100, it will recreate it. So it is a small bug then. Yeah, it should be sort of clicked over here. But don't forget, this is the launch version. The FSS devs will be busy taking on feedback. There'll be updates to fix all these little things. In my opinion, as I mentioned last stream, it's a really solid aircraft. Cool. We just now need to do our landing performance, work out our descent point. So, put that up here. Yes. Oh, crikey, is that the actual wind here? 28286. Crikey, it's windy up here. So, this is a. I don't know if this is a bug, but at the moment, how can you actually? You can't actually change the wind for your landing performance. I think the landing performance is actually based off the weather for your landing performance is based off your present position. It's not going to be 282 at 86 knots down in Upington. Interesting. So we'll just go flat 30. That's probably based off this wind. You go around bugs are set and the bugs are set here. So I can set your bugs now for the approach. 137, V approach 142. It's about there. Set the EPR for the go around. There we go. Cool. And we've covered everything regarding the charts. I'll bring it up on Navigraph as required. It's a pretty good first release. See, rotate. Oh, it's the Rotate MT-11, which is now a really solid add-on. When that released, it was, yeah, it wasn't great. At least they fixed it. Right. Yes. Sorry. Didn't set the stand. Yeah, you can sort of see that. Yeah, you can see that bug here as well on the standby. So if you set it to, look, it only reads 31,100 just below. But if I set standard here, you can see it's reading 31,000. Right, yeah, top of descent then. Well, this is going to be quite easy because it's going to be straight in. So when we pick up the DME...
Alpaca 77 Johannesburg area, 134.4, you have a safe flight, Phoenix then.
Contact Johannesburg 124.4, Alpaca 771. Thanks CATC, bye-bye. I think he said 1244. I've got 134.4. Let's chat with them.
Can I rate 4 descent level 160?
That's level 160,
So inbound to waypoint number 3, which was Apkek. Johannesburg Centre, good evening, it's Alpaca 771, maintaining flight level 310 inbound to Apkek.
Alpaca 771, Johannesburg area, hello, it's going to be the VOR approach runway 35 in Upington.
VOR approach runway 35, thank you, Alpaca 771. And can we expect a straight in?
I'm happy to give you a straight in if you'd like, or I can give you from the VOR your call.
Yeah, straight in please, runway 35 would be great, Alpaca 771, thank you.
Alpaca 771, roger, not worries.
Perfect. So, descent. We're at 31,000 feet. Okay, the elevation of this airfield's 2,700, so let's call it 3,000 feet for cash. So we need to lose 28,000 feet, so we just simply multiply 28 by 3, is 84. So to be conservative, 84, let's call it 90 miles. 90 miles prior to top of descent, we'll start an idle path descent. And the aim is, with ATC anyway, with radar vectors, to reach the MSA initially of 5,000 feet, will be in that sector there, and then we'll fly the VOR approach. I don't mind being level for a short while at 5,000. So we just need to wait for the DME to come in, just make sure we've got the VOR tuned, which is 116.5, which is on box 1 and 2. And we're just about to fly over the last waypoint prior to INS routing us direct to the airport, which which is in 30 seconds, 5 miles. So there we'll have an idea what the distance is soon. The INS and VOR will be very similar with the DME. Yeah, very good price, Dave Cat 1458. $40 is a steal for sure for what you get. And so yeah, that runway we're landing at is longest runway in the world outside the dry lake bed at is that Edwards Air Force Base? Yeah, it was. I was reading about it. It is certainly the longest runway in the Southern Hemisphere. Or I said the longest commercial airport runway that serves commercial airports. There we are, inbound to the final waypoint. 139 miles. Hopefully we'll get the DME soon. Alex, doesn't make much of a difference, DME being in statute miles and not nautical miles. It is in nautical miles. But the difference is small over short distances between a statute mile and a nautical mile, with a statute mile being a slightly shorter distance. Let's go down there. It's certainly sparsely populated, if not populated at all. I mean, there's something going on down there. Otherwise, there's nothing going on. Oh, Anthony, turns out that China has a runway a shade over 18,000 feet long. That's just Barbie. What was this one? 10,500. Oh no, that was Cape Town. Sorry. We're 16,000 feet here. Yeah, it's 4,900 meters. I mean, that is so long, and it's 45 meters wide. Oh no, it's 60 meters wide. Crikey, that's a lot of asphalt. 60 meters wide and 4,900 meters long. There we are. Just picked up the DME. Not far off. We can get the ident, but it is very quiet. So if I put nav 1 on, or DME, I think I can hear it, but it's really quiet. So hopefully on an update they'll turn up the nav aid ident sounds, but because you obviously need to have the ident to be able to navigate using the beacon. About 50 miles from top of descent then. And don't forget we're going to do a second sector from Upington to Johannesburg. Fuel's all good. Bit of fuel check at top of climb. We've got 4,300 pounds in each tank. Now we're going to remember to configure the aircraft after we've landed correctly as well. Alex, do pilots still get taught Morse? No. I know how to learn Morse back in 2006, 2007 when I did my PPL. Some old school pilots certainly would know it. But all the charts, you know, they have the code on them anyway. So there's Upington VOR, there's the dots and dashes for you. But no doubt at one point it was a mandatory requirement. Military pilots, yes, they no doubt still need to learn Morse. Lovely weather. We've been gifted with nice weather on both the 727 streams. So the first one we did 3 days ago and today. There's Jim's side. The horses are well. Well, it's good to know that that's bugged then, that temperature is glued to 0 degrees.
Control, good evening from Slipstream 475, radio check.
So what I'll do, I'll just put the temperature back to auto.
Copy, radio fast.
But at least I haven't depressurised the aircraft.
Jennifer, control, Slipstream 475, System Caravan, currently at
all of your 72s didn't have auto brakes, Anthony. That was all manual brakes.
We have Bravo requesting.
I will set this auto brake to medium just to make sure I can make that exit.
Slipstream 475, 4 land 2, you can contact your
Jamie worked out the total area of the runway. Fantastic.
Audio for that. Apologies, I don't know what's going with audio for that today. 4 land 2, contact radar 124.5.
1245 for approach.
Raymond, 90 miles, we'll start our top of descent. Coming up to 25
All
miles.
stations, I'm like it.
Controller's gone. Fantastic. Now for the next sector, guys, do you want me to go live time? That will make it a night flight. We are 6 hours behind live time, or do you want me to keep it during the day so we can enjoy the beautiful South African scenery? It's going to come to you. I'm running it precisely 6 hours behind live time, I'll have you know as well. Anti says log night time. Night landing. Alex says day. Uh oh, 50-50.
Okay, radar 124.5 and yeah.
You can see that showing us just slightly right of track. That's the difference between ILS and
FAOR.
FAOR. This is line for the airport.
One Delta arrival landing runway 21.
Uh oh, sunset. I can't time it that well, Alex. I think I'll probably, Anthony, just leave it as it is because it's perfectly synced with 6 hours behind live time. Which actually probably will be around sunset by the time we land. To their temperature because we're going back to plate 5. Look, it's only minus 9 degrees. Static is minus 42. Oh, there's another click spot there. What's that do? Can't see. Right, 9 miles to top of descent, so I'll request descent. And then we can start at around 90 miles. Alpaca 771 request descent.
Alpaca 771, descend flight level 160.
Descent flight level 160, Alpaca 771. So I'll set 160 is set. We'll turn off the auto throttle. I'm going to go to IS hold. No, what do I need to do here? Deselect. How do I deselect outcell?
I'm on 88, hello, score 3163.
I can't even descend at vertical speed. What do I need to... I need to disengage outcell. There we go. Done it. I'll slowly reduce thrust now. Oops. Bit of noise. And the aircraft's going to pitch IS hold to maintain around 300 knots initially in descent. We're climbing.
I'm on 88, identify runner control, cleared for the Avago 1 Delta arrival on runway 21.
We're going to get the horn go off now, which is normal.
Avago 1 Delta arrival, ready.
Pull that up. And there we are, we've started our descent. That's like a... oh my goodness, it's like last time, it's a lead balloon! Pitching up a bit now, I think it's just because it was a little bit slow on its speed, but we'll just monitor our descent as we go. 8.5 minutes to run, but that's going to continuously sort of increase whilst decrease flight as we slow down in the descent. I am going to switch to conventional navigation now as well. Let's just make sure we're on the correct radial. So the QDM, get off here. 046. So that's the actual correct QDM is that one. So we'll do that and we'll switch off at INS. We'll go to nav lock. So the aircraft's now going to fly on the VOR. I don't like how it's doing such a massive turn, so I'll just do that. Crikey, we're descending really quickly, far quicker than I thought we would. So I'm actually going to slow down descent. So let's go vertical speed.
And Alpaca 771, vectors for the VOR approach runway 35, fly heading 055, no reported traffic in the descent correction. No reported traffic in the descent on control airspace.
Roger, radar heading 055 degrees, initial vectors of VOR 35, Alpaca 771. Good, no traffic to affect us. We'll now go heading select, so we need to deselect that turn knob, I think it is. There we are, heading select. And now we're under vectors. Under radar control, we can bring up the charts and set the course 348 on box 1 and 2. There we go. 714.21, so we're looking good for height. I'm in vertical speed. I'm just going to continue pitching up a little bit there, just until we're doing 1,000 feet per minute. So we can start our descent at around sort of 280 knots. And I'll go back to IS hold. Could it be a GSX window? Possibly, Alex. Anthony, now had this been a real flight to the FAA, let the gear horns down. The FE would be financing at least the first round of the layover. Stefan, we used to idle on 2 and around £1,000 of fuel on 1 and 3 to have some bleeder. So I've seen this on some of the older jets. So sort of you'd add a bit of thrust to keep the duct pressure up to ensure that the aircraft pressurised. Now this isn't an issue on the NG, but in certain situations, let's say if the engine anti-ice bleed valve stuck on, we do actually have to add thrust during the descent to ensure there's sufficient duct pressure to maintain cabin pressurisation. Certainly aircraft like the 727, the classic 737s, going idle thrust just would reduce the bleed air too much to ensure that the pressurisation of the cabin couldn't be maintained. So Anthony's made a really valid point there. Good, so approaching 280 knots now, so I'm going to switch to IS hold. So the aircraft's now going to pitch down to maintain 280 knots. Airbus pilot, no autothrust in this aircraft. My eyes hurt seeing this as an Airbus pilot. There is autothrust, but it can only be used in the cruise. It's very rudimentary. Not recommended for other phases of flight. Don't forget the elevation here is 2,800 feet. So I'll put the seatbelt sign on. Oh no, they've been on all flight. Oops. Just if there's any stowaways. Lovely weather. Fantastic day. Good question, Ben Beatrix. I don't know if you'd have the APU bleed on, so you could back pressure the APU potentially. But you'd have to turn the engine bleed off.
Good evening. I'm all the way in Durban and up to 5.
So 50, 17 is good because don't forget the elevation we need to take into account as well.
South 902, Joburg area. Hello, clear destination. Our standby flight level 32 on request. After departure, runway 24, correction, after
that's 50
departure,
miles as the crow flies. There's one to go is checked, so let's go to vertical speed. So now I need to manually add thrust to maintain our speeds.
790.
Oh, it's so hard to keep it all straight.
After departure, count 10,000. After departure.
I've noticed when you're in VS mode at 280, it doesn't actually show you the speed trend, like if you're going high or low. So I'm adding a lot of thrust now.
Alpaca 771, descend at altitude 7,000, Upington QNH is 1020.
So now altitude 7,000 feet, QNH 1020, Alpaca 771. So 7,000 feet checked. Back to IS hold. Slowly reduce the thrust. That'll make you feel sick. Back to idle. We'll check the pressurisation. And we'll set the QNH 1020. There we go. Passing 16,000 feet for 7,000 feet. And the standby altimeter to set 40 miles, 16,000. That looks good. Oh, someone mentioned that last stream, Wolfhands. Anthony, this is the person to ask, Wolfhands. If the gear's up, can you not start the APU because of the location of the APU, which is in the wheel well, isn't it? It's like a... is it on the wing or something? There you go, look, there's the APU inlet. Here. So it's only 7,000, so under radar control, we want to make sure we're nice and level at 4,900 feet prior to 8 miles where we start our descent.
Good evening, control.
There you go. No APU in flight.
Clearance to Johannesburg with information Delta, stand Alpha 8.
So here's the HSI, this is our final approach course, it's 348. Here's the RMI, this is pointing directly to the VOR. So you can have a rough idea of how you are, how far away you are from intercepting the VOR. So once the head of this needle is on sort of 348 as well, that's when we're on it. And you can see we're pushing that head round as we fly to the south of the airport, and then when we go east of the airport, the head will be continue to be pushed to the left.
Altitude 7,000.
My best way of explaining my sketchy raw data IFR.
And walk 7347.
So passing 13,000, we're less than 10,000 feet above the ground now, so we'll put the lights on.
Alpaca 771, you have 20 trap miles, descent now altitude 5,000 feet.
So altitude 5,000 feet, Alpaca 771. I've got a few more track miles than that, because I'm still 30 from the airport. So that's going to be our minimum descent altitude prior to the approach. I'm now going to reduce the speed to 250.
You know, I want a heavy when ready descent level 16, right?
So just go VS pitch up a bit. Sure, at idle. Bring the speed back to 250. .369 plus the elevation. Yeah, we're looking good here. So there's 250 knots. So back to IS holds. 25.50. I'm just going to use a bit of speed braking because I don't. I'm going to be a bit conservative here with my descent planning. Thanks for subscribing there, Jesse. Welcome aboard. This is a very clean aircraft, so 25, 50, 75 plus 2,000. Yeah, we're probably about 500 feet high or something, so this will fix it. And we'll start slowing down once we get to around 18 miles, 19 miles, we'll start reducing to the up speed. Don't you see the airport yet? Nope. God, look at this landscape. It's like flying into Mars. Excuse me. Good. So, slow the speed brake. Again, vertical speed, just going to dial in 1,000 feet per minute, keep the thruster idle, and we'll reduce to the up speed. Clean speed.
Alpaca 771, turn left heading 0206 to set for 348 inbound radio into the opposite VOR, safe VOR approach on 835, report final next.
Left heading 020 degrees, clear to set the 348 inbound to VR for VR 35, report final Alpaca 771. There you go, that's our final heading. We've got 2 to go, and we'll reduce our speed to 180 knots. We need to be at 4,900 prior to start, so just 2,000 feet to descend. Just wait for the HSI to come alive. Welcome aboard, Martin. Good to see you here, buddy. One of the oldest members on the channel. For those of you interested where we are on the intercept track now. Or intercept heading for the track. Very slippy aircraft. So there's 240. The HSI is alive now, so we'll arm nav lock. So the aircraft's going to turn left onto final. And we're below 245, so I'm going to select flap 2. And we're going to descend to 4,900.
Minimums, approaching minimums.
Cheers, Martin. 51 months member. There we go. Happy to be around, buddy. Cheers. Thank you very much for your continued support for all this time. Really appreciate it. One to go. Really shallow off that descent now. Just 500 feet per minute. Should be fine.
Square 01, hello, climb light level 290 and
we're going to flap 5. What's the flap hang speed for flap 5? 230, yeah, that's fine. We're below 230 just. Bug 180.
Globe 801, direct to Avari, Echo Victor Alpha Romeo India and
good. And we're going to have a brief level segment at 4,900 feet, which is the platform altitude, and we can start our descent at 8 miles. We did arm the altitude, didn't we? Yeah, arms. And then once we're at the platform, I'll try and initiate the descent in VS. And there's the runway straight ahead. Alpaca 771, establish final VR 35.
Alpaca 771, thanks for radar service terminated, runway 35, clear to land the surface with 290 degrees at 6.
Runway 35 cleared to land, Alpaca 771. Adding thrust, adding thrust, adding thrust.
Alpaca 771, report vacated.
Wilco, Alpaca 771. Just added a bit of thrust. Speed was getting a bit low. Cool, we're looking good. This has been a CDA all the way in. So 4,900 feet next. So just increase our descent, and now I'll say we're approaching our descent point. So 3,700 feet. And you can see how it's offset. There's a not straight in here, which is fine. So we set 3,700. And we're just past the descent point at 8 miles. That's looking good. So I'm going to put the gear down now. Flaps. We'll do flaps straight to 20. Set our final approach speed. Check. Watch our speeds. Star switches, recall check, speed brake armed, you can't arm, landing gears, down 3 green, order brakes set, holding at flaps. There we are, set flaps to 4, no, flaps to 30, which is what we've planned. VS is good. Might check it, oh no, a little bit low actually, send it a bit too early, that's fine. Adding some thrust to maintain our final approach speeds. So distance 7 miles, we should be at 4,590 feet, about 200 feet low, but rate of descent's good. That's more thrust. Flaps 30 green light. Nice one, check this complete clear to max. Right, set the missed approach altitude now, which is 5,500 feet speed. Oh no! It's the autopilot didn't like that. Right, disconnecting the autopilot. Where is it? I'm getting high! It's because I set the missed approach altitude and it's not a 737, so it didn't like that. Now we're very high. Because of that little level off, because I was trying to set the missed approach altitude, it levelled off. Right, 5,500. I might just dial in 1,500 feet per minute. Hey, it's a long runway. We can land long. Minimums can continue. Landing gate is 500 feet above the ground, so 3,300. We just got to have a sensible rate of descent. Keep descending. Oh, better put the yoke cap on. So I wonder if the automation's engaged. There we go, that's better. When the automation's engaged, how do you set the missed approach altitude? Do you have to be hand flying? Oh, it's a bit jerky. Not sure. Right, we're on speed, on profile now. I can't see the pappies yet. That's better. I don't know if there's any pappies here. Try not to level off though. Speed's good. Can't remember what the surface wind was. Checked. Yeah, if it was an IMC, this would be a challenge to do a non-precision approach in this aircraft. There's no pappies here, I don't think, so, but the picture looks good. Keep the aiming point at the same point at the window. Aim to be 50 feet over the threshold. Checked, checked. There's no pappies here. Speed's good. Checked. Keep descending.
50, 40, 30,
check.
20,
close.
10.
Hold it off. Keep on that centre line. Floating a little bit. Keep wings level. There we go. Spin brake. Slash. Is up. Reverses. Reverses are good. 100 knots. Look at the length of this runway. 80 knots. There's the exit. Coming up the other runway. Manual braking. Cancelling reverse. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Upington. It was a bit of a busy approach at the end, but yeah, we got it down safely. And we're only halfway down the runway here. Crazy.
7902,
cool.
Taxi, order point Charlie, runway.
So we're going to make a left turn here onto the other runway, 0826. And we're going to taxi down to Apron Alpha down here, which has got a couple of GSX aprons. And this is not the default airport, it's a free download. Well, it's there on Microsoft Flight Simulator, but I think it's by, was it Dramatic Banana? What was it called? No, Dangerous Banana. So, just an improvement. Alpaca 771 vacating runway 35, and we're taxiing to Apron Alpha.
Alpaca 711, correction, 771, thanks very much. Taxi to the apron and have a good one.
Thank you, and for next sector, to contact you for departures.
AFAM.
Thank you, speak to you shortly. Perfect. Cool. What do you think, guys? Sorry about my approach, it was a bit rushed there, and especially when I went to set the missed approach altitude, I was in 737 mode, so I was like, oh, I'll set the missed approach altitude now, and it won't level off, and it leveled off straight away. Right, so we're going to taxi next left, and then right down to Apron Alpha, and then I think we should be able to depart off 01 straight away. Then we don't have to taxi. It might not be quite long enough. We'll do some performance. Otherwise, we've got to go all the way out to runway 35.
Thank you so much, Monster.
Right, let's do a bit of a taxi inflow now. So flaps up. Spoilers retract. Transponder, we'll put that over to off. Disarm the order brakes. All the way to the end of this runway. We'll just set this to 6,000 feet. Window heat and probe heat off. Probes off. I need to look where I'm going. That's all good, it's all good. APU we can start. There we go. I'll just reset it just in case it doesn't start. Fire at GSX. Go for Dock 1. No, I don't need to follow me. And that's over here. APU's booting up. Anything else I've forgotten there? Happy horses, I know. That's how much money we made on New Sky as well. Turn the fixed landing lights off and the strobes. GSX should be over there waiting for us. Such a massive airport, but there's nothing here. Anthony, what was that you said there? I can't read. By the powers formerly vested in me by the FAA as a pilot and flight engineer, check airman, I bestow upon you a rating of a virtual 727 captain and flight engineer. Thanks, Anthony. That means a lot. Thanks, buddy. Martin, as long as you don't open the bulk after during flight. Yes. Have you seen last stream yet? Oh dear. Right, how am I getting onto this stand? There's the marshaller. How am I parking? That's the... I'm not sure how to get there. I think... Am I... Oh crikey. How am I getting there? I like to think it's all the way around. And then park over there. Let's see what happens. See where all the vehicles are. Yeah, it'd be great if we could taxi there and take off 01 next sector. Performance permitting. That will save us a lot of time. Did we shut any engines down? Or do we shut any engines down on the taxi to save fuel? How much fuel did we land with? Just about £3,500 per side. Cutting all sorts of corners here. Yeah, that looks like we've done that right. Jim, you keep a good eye out. You could shut down 3. Roger. Where's the guidance? Ah, there it is. I don't think that's very good. Very good. Oh, we've got 2 marshals. There's 1 training. Still not straightened up here. Wait, I'm not doing a good job here. That'll do. Okay, that'll do. Parking brake sets. APU, close, excellent. We're on the generator. Engines 3, all 3 shut down. I'll take that. Those ones are a little, not very straight. He's saying very good. She's saying go that way. How do I say no? I'm finished. Oh, I need to put the essential power to the APU, don't I? There we go. There, our IDGs are off. We'll turn off the engine-driven pumps. Open the ground interconnect switch. Anti-collision light can come off now. There we are. I'll end the flight on New Sky. Strobes are off. See how we scored. Get GSX to offload the cargo.
The boarding requested.
Let's see if this works this time. The nose wheel's not very straight. Ah, looks good. Offloading all the cargo. Cool. Let's see how we did on New Sky. 10 out of 10. Perfect Alpaca Airways flight. Made $8,000 carrying frozen horse and what else the South Africans love. I don't know. Yes, rugby balls. I don't know. There we go. Excellent. Perfect start to August on New Sky. Right then, guys, what we'll do, I'll leave GSX running so it offloads all the stuff. In fact, hold on, I need to open the cargo door. And I won't touch the aircraft, we'll leave it as is for the next sector. Aircraft here, there we are, that's all open. Don't need the aft stairs, there we are. So, excellent, that's started all of its things on GSX. Posting guns, Springboks and Reeboks, brilliant. But yeah, thank you very much for popping in so far. Don't forget we're only halfway through the sector. I'm going to go take a 10-minute break. I'll be back around 25 past. And then we'll do the next sector to Johannesburg where there's a busy VATSIM event going on. So we'll go mix with the heavies. And I'll finally get to maybe fly an ILS approach. That was our second flight in here. In the 7-2, I've already done FAOR approaches and not very well. So see you guys in about 10 minutes. Thank you very much.
Passengers bus is coming.
Hello again, everyone. Just restarted GSX. We're just loading up the cargo for our sector to Johannesburg. That's the only change I've made. Oh, turn the INS off as we restart it for the next sector. But here we are in Upington. If you just missed the approach, this is the longest runway in the Southern Hemisphere. 4,900 metres long length of this runway. But to save some time, we're going to request a departure of 01, which is a little bit short for the 72 at 2,400 metres. So we'll have to see how we get on. We'll check the takeoff performance to see if we can do it as we take a full load of cargo to Johannesburg halfway through the stream today. Enjoyed the first sector. Let's see how we get on the next one. There we are. Jump into the cockpits. Just turn down the sim again slightly. It's very loud in here. There we go. And the music as well. Good. So just before I do that, though, I better just start a new sector on New Sky for Alpaca Airways. So Alpaca Airways, my flights, book flights. We'll put free flight cargo. It's going to be Alpaca 772, departing from Upington, which is Foxtrot Alpha Uniform Papa. Pierre van Rynveld Airport, apparently. Johannesburg is Foxtrot Alpha Oscar Romeo. We're in the 727, which is 772. Departure, we'll put full load of cargo as again. Oh, look, it's as much as I can put on. Well, we're not going to make much money on this sector, are we? They are, well, never mind. And departure we'll put it in 20 minutes if I can, or whatever the earliest is. It's going to be 17:48. I'll put 17:50 if it will let me. Book flight. There we go. So that's just over 20 minutes. And yes, look, the cargo is red. Not a very profitable sector, it would seem. But anyway, we'll press that. Stats. There we are. Confirm start of flight. Oh. FSS Boeing 727 is not... Oh! I chose 777. Oh no. How do I can this? Delete. Remove. Just do that again. The professional streamers who know what they're doing are available. 772. I think it's because I put the call sign as 777. Oh, well. Right. Foxtrot Alpha Uniform Papa. Foxtrot Alpha Oscar Romeo. 722. 1750. Ooh. Random baggage card just went away. 1 hour 25, that's fine. Book flights. Try again. There you go. Look, I've managed to do a thing. Right, so I've reset the QNH. Panel scans all complete for the next sector. We just need to put the order brake to RTO. And the window heat and probe heats off. No smoking. And fasten seatbelt sign is on. We'll just reset the squawk to 2000. We do have ATC for departure. It was from Johannesburg control. The rest here is all set. So... loaded the new flight plan. We are going to request a taxi out to runway 01, so departure will be off 01 hopefully. There's no traffic here, so we'll put this to 009 and we'll put that to Jim's as well. There's no SIDS out of here at all. We're just going to have to use INS navigation to get out of here. That's all done. We'll put the INS back to standby to get it warmed up. There we go. Engineer panel's all good. We've got the AP bleed on actually to keep the conditioned air coming into the cabin. We're cruising again at 31,000 feet. What's that? I don't know what that was. Cabin altitude is going to be the same. Oh no, actually at 33,000 feet, a little bit higher this sector. So cabin altitude will have a little higher as well. That will be 4,800. That should be on ground. Hopefully I'll remember to move that back to flight before takeoff this sector. Elevation in Johannesburg is very high. It's 5,500 feet. So 5,550 is actually closer. So that's all set, and we've got the hydraulics pressurization all good here. Yes, I did set 777. My bad, Marcus. Drexel, thanks for letting me know. Maybe not, but equine beasts will smoke me in a race. Lovely, James. Wonderful. We'll get the clearance now and then load up the INS just to see what ATC says. We're still Yeah, it's still covering our area, so let's just log in here.
You have a standard pressure QNH 11013 set. I've got you indicated at flight level 356.
So that's going on. Let's just have a quick look at the performance. Oh, we better put some fuel on board as well.
Link down to Nana Tango. Yeah, sorry about that. We were just speeding up and waiting.
So 11,024 tonnes required. So what we'll do here pre-flight, download from SimBrief. There we are. So it's 3669 aside. Busy VATSIM events. How's the weather? Just double check in Johannesburg.
Confirm your next inbound waypoint.
Yeah, weather in Johannesburg is lovely. Cavalcade. Should we take minimum block fuel just for fun, just in case it's busy? Yeah, 11.3.
Roger, I think you're currently heading.
So we'll divide that by 3. It's going to be 3,766 kilos per tank. So we'll put 3,800. Just turn that ATC guy, sorry. 3,800. In each tank, for each engine. So we'll press this, play this, so we should now have 3,800 kilos aside, total fuel 11.4, which is what we need, perfect, 11.4. Right, let's just have a look at takeoff performance for 01 first, so, how do I change the runway? It's glued to fact. That's weird. Definitely downloaded the next flight, haven't I? Whoa, is that a bug? It's stuck on Cape Town. Fact, we need this to Foxtrot Alpha Uniform Papa. Has anyone had this problem before? Where it's sort of stuck on the airport you started at? Oh, hold on. No, they are the runways in Cape Town, aren't they? So we've got to just do this blindly. We have no takeoff performance. Turnaround is apparently a bit iffy in this one. Oh, well, this will be fun. Right, well, hopefully the gross weights. What do you reckon, guys? What's the runway length for 01? Oh, dear. It's 2,400 metres. If we firewall it, and just see what it says here. That says 2,040. Okay, it's doable. About 400 metres left. Set EPR, set speeds, which are hopefully based at least off the correct gross weight. But good to know that turnarounds aren't the best. Oh, close the doors. Sounds like GSX is finished doing its thing. Perfect. Close the front door too. Wonderful. Doesn't SimBrief give you performance numbers? Well, we've synced it with SimBrief, did it twice. It's still stuck in Cape Town, but looking like it is an issue at the moment. SimBrief performance data any good for the 7.2? Oh, good question. But I'm completely logged off, and we'll be fine, guys. We'll be fine. Right, INS. Now we can get the clearance and depart. I'm not taxiing all the way out to runway 35. Too far. Right, let's think about where we are. Johannesburg Centre, hello again, it's Alpaca 772. We're in Upington on the main apron. We'd like to request departure clearance to Johannesburg and request a very short taxi to runway 01 for departure.
Alpaca 772, that's noted, that's Alpaca clearance number 1, break Tango 7, Charlie Zulu Whiskey, contact radar now 124.5.
On this control is excellent.
Radar 124.5, bye-bye, Charlie Zulu.
The GSX is very buggy, Anthony. It was on the first sector. Oh, it's performance data in SimBrief. Oh, we'll blast it. Otherwise, it's a super long
Alpaca
taxi.
772, clear destination, on standby, flight level 330 on request. After departure, runway 01, left turn, overhead the field. Afterwards, I elect to position U30, climb flight level 100, squawk 7226.
Cleared to Johannesburg, flight level 330 for runway 01. We'll depart, fly over the airfield, then direct to Uteri. Climb initially, flight level 100, squawk 7226, Alpaca 772.
Alpaca 772, just confirm the squawk 7326.
Squawk 7326, Alpaca 772.
Alpaca 772, correct. I'll get you the weather information in just a moment and call ready for start.
Thank you. And Shandor call ready for start. Alpaca 772. Thank you. Right, 7326, flight level 100. Interesting clearance then. So what we're going to do is depart. Sorry, I realised you had to refill, guys. We're going to depart off runway 01. We'll climb straight ahead to the MSA, which is... Just select the FAOR approach for the approach into here. So we're already at 3,000 feet. We're going to climb to the MSA 5,500, so 3,000 feet above the ground. I'm then going to make a left turn to fly back over the airfield. And then once we're overhead the airfield, route direct to our first waypoint, Tevi, which we'll now program into the INS. That's my interpretation of that clearance, but it'll be quite cool to do a left turn, or maybe I could do it a bit closer to the ground for banter, but yeah, that's what we'll do. And now we'll start inserting the INS waypoints. So, hide that. So we're going to put every waypoint in to Nibex, then the airport. Nibex is, and it's a conventional style, which is quite cool. So let's go to the flight plan. And we'll put in Uteri first. Let me just move the camera for you guys. There we go. So first thing we need to put our position. Oh yes, insert position. Let's go back to the charts. Do we have a coordinates or taxi chart for that? Uh-oh. We don't have any coordinates for this stand. Blast. Alright, we're going to have to just put the airport in. Which is, well, where the coordinates are usually centered on the runway. Is there a way of finding your exact position in Navigraph to insert your present position? It just happens to be the largest airport. If I put the airport coordinates in, it's going to be very far away on the INS, maybe 1 or 2 miles out. How am I going to do this? There's no charts here. Or maybe, can someone find my coordinates online for this location? That'd be very useful. I don't know if there is a way. It's apron alpha. You can't say. Oh, I've done a thing. Oh, but it's all the dodgy format. 28. 28, 24, 5, 1. So that'd be point sort of 7. East 021, 1152. Oh, we used to put the position off on the 10.9 page. It was coordinates on the side. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have them. But now I've got to try to remember how to format this. Oh, it's on the bottom, is it? Yeah, 50.8. I can just use that. No, this will do. So 2115. 27.3, so it's a lot further to the west than we would have been. So that's good. So we're going to have 28. So south. 28. Oh, now we need to 24. Uh-oh. 24. And then I'm going to have to put 8. I can't remember to do this. 28. 24. It's going to be 2824.8. So it's 50, is it? 2824. I'm going to put 8. Ignore the 50. So 50 as a 60 minutes is an eighth of a minute. So that's my understanding. 2824.8. Ignoring the 0.8 there. Insert. Then east 021 15.5. So that's 021, 15, and 27 is nearly half a minute, so 5, ignoring 27.3. That's my understanding of it. Insert. We got there in the end. I was just having to remember this is the 50 is the decimal point. So 50 seconds is about an eighth of a minute. 27 is about half a minute, so 50.5. There we are. That took some thinking. My HPL nav flashed before my eyes. Right, that's done. Align, waypoint 1. Oh, I'm going to embarrass myself there. Oh dear, dear. First waypoint then will be Uteri. Let's bring the flight plan back up. And I should have highlighted these on my preparation. So if Uteri is south, hide all this. Oh no, where's it gone? There we are. South 2832.2, 2832.2, insert east 0, 23421, 23421. Insert waypoint number 2 is Ivesi, south 28.359, south 28.359. Insert. Oops, did I insert that? Yes, I did. East 025. 11.2. Insert waypoint number 3 is Unrag, south 28.218. South 28.218. Insert East 026.012. East 026.012.
Stafford 902 when ready, descent flight level 1.
Waypoint number 4. Bear with me, guys. Aprax. South 28.005. Insert East 026.25.1. Insert waypoint number 5 is Tevar, south 27.12.4. South
990, descent flight level 16.
Insert East 027.18. 027.18.6. Insert waypoint number 6 is Nibex, south 26.49.
475, Jeremiah.
Go ahead for slipstream 475.
Slipstream 475, good news to you. Radar control again, it will be vectors for the island for runway 05 into Krieger.
402.
Johannesburg control.
And lastly, the airport.
Would it be possible to give me the VOR DME for runway 05 and I can fly the approach as per the plate for slipstream 475?
South.
Slipstream 475, yep, I don't have a problem with that as well. Expect the VOR DME approach runway 05. After Donald proceeds direct Papa Kilo Victor.
028.14.5. And we're done.
Papa Kilo Victor for the VOR DME for runway 05.
Oh, where's Buggy? We never got
that,
the ready nav light, which we did on the test sector, and the insert light stayed illuminated the whole time. Oh no. Uh-oh. The alignment's not done. 095. Oh no. Is there a quick alignment process, guys? I think this is not working on the second sector. This has been illuminated insert the whole time. Someone said in chat it's very buggy on the second sector. Oh no, shut it down, start over. No! Has anyone else had, any other streamers had issues? I'm gonna have to. Alright, what I'll do, I'll just put the first 4 waypoints in, and then we can put the rest en route. I think I'm gonna have to. Because this isn't aligning at all. It's stuck on 095. Last sector was super quick. Let's definitely reset. But the insert light's permanently on. Shouldn't that? That's not the case, is it? Ah, if we lose INS, we're screwed. Because I can't fly conventionally. I don't like how I turn it on every time and insert is illuminated already. I really don't know what to do. But it's very buggy, it would seem, on this second sector. Let me just try GPS. Okay, GPS. And now I'm going to reselect Seaver. Nav. Yeah, it's still showing insert. Actually, problem is there's no VORs on this route. Or, well, there's no airways unless I fly here, Seychelles, and then we have Lucera, but that's going to take us away from the airport. We need to get to Nibex basically, and this is all based off conventional RNAV.
36 kilo, that's principle, right?
I can't think of anything else to do unless I try a new panel state, but that will completely reset everything. But this is definitely broken. Oh. If I move it to a line, this isn't decreasing at all.
For 2 minutes.
I genuinely don't know what to do because I have to file a whole new whole new flight plan. Celestial nav stream. I have to file a whole new flight plan just to get this to work. Oh, I have installed. The last thing I want to worry about now is the takeoff data. I've got to get the INS to work, but it's broken. Like, flying second sector has completely broken this. The insert light is permanently illuminated. Resetting INS doesn't do anything. Let me just insert my position again. So stand by, rotate to position, insert position. So we'll just do that one more time. We're going to do our actual position. Let's just see if we can get the insert light to extinguish. It could well have been something I've done. So south 28, 24, 8. Insert. Now pressing the insert button, shouldn't that now extinguish? Ah, east. 0, 2, 1, 15, 5. Insert. Ah! Okay. So now let's move to a line. And just move this to status. Just see if it's. Let's just see. Ah, look. Yeah, it's aligning. It's aligning.
Okay,
so 9 is not aligned. When that reaches 0, the alignment's complete. So it is aligning now. Let's see if we can get it down to 7. Bat 7. There we go. We've done a thing, guys. I've fixed it. I probably broke it as well, but what we're going to do to save some time, and thank you so much for your patience here whilst we're doing that, I'm just going to put the first 3 waypoints in. We can easily program the rest en route. So we're going to put in Uteri, Avesi and Unrag, okay? Please remind me to put the next waypoints in when we depart. I mean, if we get the Unrag is 35 minutes into the flight, which is halfway. So Uteri, waypoint. Number 1, perfect. So south, 28.32.2. Insert east, 023.24.1. 023.24.1. Insert. That's better. Waypoint number 2, Ivesi, south, 28.35.9. Insert. I need to fly straight more on the next stream. What was this Unrag? No, Avesi, 12.28.35.9. 025.11.2. 025. Uh-oh, now look, it's not. There we go. 025.11.2. Oh, I'm sick of INS now. And lastly, number 3, we'll put the rest in later. Unrag, south. 28.21.8.
124, base north.
It's east.
7902,
026.
24.5, have a lucky.
012.
Insert.
Right, ready nav. Okay. Nav. Alright. Perfect. Right. We've got the first 3 waypoints in. We can program 4 en route. Please remind me so I don't forget. My goodness, that took a long time. I'm so sorry, everyone. Right, APU's up and running. AP bleed is on. We've got pressure. Right, we've got our clearance. We're ready for engine start, essentially. I'll just make sure the doors are closed. GSX we're getting rid of because it's completely broken on the aircraft. Restart, bye-bye. And we're ready to go. Flipping heck. Alpaca 772, we're on the apron here in Upington requesting engine start.
Alpaca 772, start approved H1021.
Start approved H1021, Alpaca 772. Right, so transponder, I'll put this to on out, anti-cushion light is on. Parking brake is set. Transponder is out off. I've done already. This should not be armed or anything like this. Why is that light showing? We're going to have problems, I think, on this sector. Starting engine number 3. Someone said in chat that this aircraft is a bit broken on multiple sectors. Let's see what happens. The engine's starting, that's a good thing. Jim, you can open your window. No, actually, I won't open Jim's window because I'll forget.
457, resume normal speed on descent.
N2.
Resuming normal speed on
N1,
descent.
all pressure lights extinguished. Fuel on. We were due out 20 minutes ago. I'll bug the speed.
When ready, descent flight level 160 on the descent, resume normal speed.
Actually, is that a bug in the aircraft or a bug the speeds? I don't know. At least the engines are starting. My nose wheel's still not straight.
For 39, when
Got
ready,
a taxi though,
descent
super
flight
short
level
taxi.
160 on the descent, resume normal speed.
Brandon, if this is going to be a random photo stream, yes, based off what's happened so far, without any control from me. Right, lights extinguished, starting engine number
112, when ready, descent flight level 160, resume, actually disregard, when ready, descent flight level 1.
So it's going to be a cool departure, remember, requested climb straight ahead. We'll do a 270 degree turn to fly back over the airport and then outbound to Uteri.
Descent altitude 8,000 feet and from the cruiser VOR.
Entry 20%, all pressure lights extinguished, and M1.
Report on the next.
I don't like how that lights are illuminated.
8,000 foot, and we'll call overhead Papa Kilo Victor next, cleared for the VOR DME runway 05, and collection will call established next, 13475.
Bit more volume outside would be nice.
Into cruiser 1015.
Oh really? Thanks Anthony, I'll do that.
1019 on the QNH, 13475.
Each generator on during the engine start, makes sense. Oh, can I now turn the essential power to Gen 3? Stop me losing. What have I done? Oh no!
159, pushing to the approved, QNH 1015.
What have I done? More generators on the bus will help. Start engine number 1 quick before we lose all electrical power. Oh no! Everything's blinking. Oh dearie me! I think. Open the APU-GV. Okay, thanks. Oh, hold on. Yeah. I'll go back on the generator for the APU, I think. Yes, I fixed it. I did a thing. Oh, wait until all the engines start, I think, Anthony. N2, N1. Oh, that was not good. The CIB for plane. Oh. Deary me, that was funny. Now. Uh-oh. Do I trip these now? Oh. I don't want to. Electrics. At least I haven't disco planed it again. But now I've got all these sync. Oh, I've got to. Yeah, there we go. Fixed it. If I just move that there, those white lights stop blinking. Right. Oh dear. Oh dear. Generators. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. It's all good. APU off. Start just window and propheat later. Anti-ice is off. Air conditioning. Packs are on. These are on. And this to flight. Set. Flaps 15. Oh, I really don't know if we can take off. Anthony, in the real aircraft it works fine to bring the generator online one at a time as they're started. Probably they need to have a look into that to see if it works. Shut their window down. Flaps 15. Just wait for the leading edge flaps to extend. Wait for the. Whilst that's going on, we'll check the flight controls. Forward, back, left, right. Leading edge flaps have extended. I just need to turn on the hydraulics. Rudder, right and left. That's all moving. Recall checks complete. Right, it's going to be a super short taxi and takeoff then. So remember, there's no SID, but we've been cleared to flight level 100, climbing runway heading all the way around the airport to then fly outbound direct to Uteri, climbing to flight level 100, and then that's set. and we'll make that turn as soon as we can after departure. Perhaps check the INS is still programmed. Don't. Distance time, yeah, 113 miles. Sounds about right. Heading, yeah. Sub present heading. Cross track area. Yeah, we're fine. Don't tell me that, Rosie. Let's request taxi. Alpaca 772, request taxi.
Alpaca 772, taxi on point 01, report ready for departure.
1.01 Wilco, Alpaca 772. Right, parking brakes released. I've got a funny feeling about this flight. Config. No config warning horn. Before takeoff checklist. So config we've checked. Flaps we have 15. Green light. Stab trim is set for departure. No, it's not.
Over to 124, decimal 5.
We've got the takeoff performance based off Cape Town because unfortunately it won't update, even though I've updated this. Yeah, that's a shame. So we'll set the speeds and trim based off the previous weight. Set takeoff briefing. Packs are auto. Bleeds are on. Speeds are set for departure. 140, 146. Actually, no. The speeds and thrust is based off the new weight because that did update, so that's good. Yeah, as we'd already mentioned, straight ahead, 270-degree turn to the left to fly inbound to Uteri. Reviewed, cabin secure.
Etihad 112, contact radar.
And we don't even know if we're going to take off this runway. Oh, yeah. We're pointing to 4.4. That's a lovely day at least. Oh, dear.
Nice. 326 kilo, contact Cape Town area 125.1.
Transponder TARA.
125.1.
We're going to have to hand fly this whole sector probably.
Cheers.
Where's transponder TARA? Let's get our clearance. Alpaca 772 holding runway 01 ready for departure.
Alpaca 772, surface wind. Blind today. Wind 290 degrees, 4 knots from A01. Test takeoff, report airborne.
A01 cleared takeoff, Alpaca 772. Right, cleared takeoff. We have interesting takeoff performance. So we're going to use every inch of runway here. I don't want to do a V1 basically. How many attempts on takeoff did he have? 4. To be fair, on my extended centre line, there are some trees and a slight hill. Oh dear. Yeah, sounds very good from the cockpit. Remember, the engines are located way behind us. We've got, I think, INS working. Exactly 6 hours behind life.
101.9, Charlie 0.
Let's use every inch of this runway. Come on, turn. Every inch counts. Right, let's go. I don't care if we've got quite lined up. Tigers and chats. Airborne time is 1759 Zulu. Stabilised. Set takeoff thrust. There we are. More EPA. Why is it so low? 1.87. More. That's full power. Uh-oh. Thrust not set. Indications normal. I thought it was like 2.1 EPA I'm looking for. Why is it stopped there? This could be interesting, guys. Oh, checked. Oh, got a thrust. Oh, crikey. This is not looking good. We're still 20 knots below V1.
That's 126, that's 160.
160,
oh, we're fine.
We're
fine. Please start rotating. Yeah, all good.
We're 29, contact radar 124, decimal.
There we go. Positive climb. There we go. There's the other runway, which we could have done with taking off from. Alpaca 772 airborne.
Alpaca 772, thanks very much. Identified, runner control, climb at flight level 330.
Flight level 330, Alpaca 772. Right, I'm going to start that turn very shortly. Just set 330 here. That was amusing. But I didn't V1 it. Let's start that left turn, and we're going to fly over the airport. We'll lower the nose now to accelerate to 220 knots. I'm just going to leave it at full power. Oh, I know why the EPR is low, because of the elevation perhaps. Perhaps 5. Just a really shallow climb. pushing 180 knots, we'll go flat 2, and we're going to fly directly over the airport, then directly eastbound to Oteri. Oops, try not to descend, just trim, and we'll select flaps up. Visual manoeuvre, probably could have done with delaying a turn a little longer. We'll just go up to 30 degrees angle of bank. Just going to pitch up to maintain around 220 knots. There we go. That'll probably be quite a bit of G at 30 degrees angle of bank, but it's all good, it's all good. We're not too high on the nose. There's the airport. Lower the nose now, accelerate to 250 knots. Nose wants to come up once we roll out during a turn, that's quite realistic. Trim nose down as we accelerate to 250. Try not to descend. There's 250 knots, and the first track is going to be, excuse me, head eastbound initially. There we are, over the airport. Cool. Absolutely fine. What is V1ing it? Oh, just look at his inaugural 727 stream. Right over the beacon. Go next level now. What's our initial track? 115 degrees. So that's our initial track. Just trim for 250 knots. There's 250. Pitch up now to maintain 250 knots. So it's really fun to hand fly. There's the HSI coming in for our outbound sector, and then we can update the INS soon. You need the autopilot in though. You can't route on INS hand flying, unfortunately. So HSI is just here, look. See the needles coming in. That's our initial
Alpaca 772, you'll be briefly leaving control airspace for now, no reported traffic for the climb.
Alpaca 772, roger. There we are, established on the radial, so just make a right turn here. Beautifully trimmed at 250 knots. Quite, there we go. Very effective trim. Right, that's all good there. Let's get the automation in. So, all in trim. Let's hope it works. Firstly, waypoint change 01. Inserts. That's updated our present position. Autopilot in. We want AUX nav. Oh my god. IS hold. Oh, that's my fault. Completely my fault. I've bugged. Oh no, it shouldn't matter anyway, bug it. And it's working. There we are. The waypoint is routing INS there. It's all good, it's all good. A smidge over 250 below 100, but that's okay. Right, after takeoff checklist. Gear off. Oops. So good. It's just a little difference between the NG and off. Air conditioning, pressurisation. Yeah, diff pressure's increasing. Cabin altitude's already reached 4,800, which is the plan for the cruise. The diff pressure will just steadily increase, maintaining this cabin altitude. So that's set.
Cancellation of radar services.
Thrust is 9% M1, so just increase thrust a little bit. And we'll set standard, just fine tuning the engines. So standard set passing 102 for flight level 330. Takeoff checks complete. We'll do the pre-cruise checks. Basically all the lights off. Check the APUs off, which it is. Pressurisation we've just checked. We'll take off the seatbelt side. No smoking side for any stowaways. There we are. Pre-cruise checks complete. That was a lovely departure. We can now accelerate to let's do 280 knots, decimal 78 on conversion. Vertical speed, lower the nose.
10159, wind line variable, runway 06, takeoff.
So again, I'm just reducing the pitching down here using the little dial. Around 1,000 feet per minute. Waiting for 280 knots, which is about there. There we are, 280. Back to IS hold. Aircraft's now going to pitch up to maintain 280 knots. Oh, that's a quite aggressive pitch up. You'd feel that in the seats. It works though. And we're finally on the way. Right. I remembered my job. Remember the issues we had with INS. We loaded at Uteria, Vessi and Unrag, didn't we? We just need to put the last few waypoints in as we continue the climb to our cruise level. Just turn the sim sounds down slightly. You see there's a slight split in the thrust. I think that's... Actually, I do need to add a little bit of thrust there. I've just sort of set them as per the gauges, but then you might notice there's some slight differences, but that's quite realistic. Right, so waypoint number 3 we got to, which was Unrag.
Alpaca 772 from present position, clear direct Nimex.
Route direct to Nimex, Alpaca 772. Oh, Nimex. Okay, well, what we could do then, we're going to program this waypoint then, and that's direct to the arrival.
Turkish 21 Yankee on the frequency passing flight level 15.
Nimex, there we go. So this should, what I'll do, I'll program this as waypoint number 4 and then just route direct, it saved me a job. So waypoint number 4 is Nimex, south 20, just zoom in here.
South 126, contact radar 124.5.
South 26.49.4.
124.5 for traffic 126, have a good night.
South, oh the frost leavers are in the way now. South 26.49.4. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Clear. South 26.49.4. It's and then it's east 027. 42.
159 identified on a radar control passing 1,700.
So waypoint changed now. Waypoint 04. It's yes, I did a thing! Yes! Oh, yes! Woohoo! It's routing now direct to Nibex, which is right on the beginning of the arrival. 46 minutes at the moment.
Out of cockpit for 20 minutes and we'll report when back.
Roger, report back.
And so you actually had number 2 bleed off all the time except on occasions in the cruise. Very interesting. Lauren can say unable if nav equipment down, simply for speed prevailing. Oh, pre-filing everyone as RNAV, Genesis and RVSM. They need to update the files then. But I even struggle remembering all the different codes for all the different equipment on board the flight plan, on the flight plan. But what a shortcut! That was route direct to Nibex, which is basically all the way here, and it's the beginning of the star. So look at that. That's great. So we'll have to do a fuel check when we're at B Muteri, and that would be very difficult to do if you didn't have this, because it's not based off a VOR or anything like that. Just realised it doesn't set the Jim's stuff out, or his altimeter.
You clear for the someone out for arrival on the runway today.
God, look at it below. It's just nothing there. Just like dirt tracks. All in one piece. Look, we've not killed anyone yet. Pretty close. Passing flight level 210. Ed, C was nice, but I prefer the FMS. I prefer the FMS as well. Vincius went into tailspin and fell in Sao Paulo. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, you're referring to an ATR crash. My apologies. I thought you went to the sim. Sorry. Oh, really? Is that today? Oh, crikey, that's not good. That's not good. It would be amazing if someone made a your controls profile and had 3 people manage all this. Yeah, it's, as you can probably tell watching me, that the workload is very, very high on an aircraft like this. But we're not done yet. I've got to do quite a complex star. I forget vectors. Which requires a lot of tuning of different VORs and different radials and whatnot. Crikey, only less than an hour ago. There's been quite a few instances in the ATR in the past sort of years, wasn't there? Oh dear, oh dear. Welcome aboard, Paul B. Thank you very much for subscribing. Cool. We are routing away from Upington. Who knows, we'll fly back into that airport again. But yeah, it was nice to visit somewhere which you usually visit in the world and fly a sim. And this is the first time we've ever flown in this part of the world, South Africa. It's just so empty. You can actually see the tip of the wings. Yeah, you can. You can't quite from the cockpit, you can just see the tip actually there. The cables behind the engine is better on that. Is it actually like that, Anthony? Oh, some FSS t-shirts there. They're very small. Check the thrust of these engines. Yeah, all good, all good. Colorado, it's okay. I'm not too comfortable playing those sort of videos, especially as only happened last hour. And secondly, you can't post links on the page anyway. It won't let you. It's primarily because you get spammers and all sorts come in and post links. So you can have it as an option on, turn on. I don't have it on. Moderators can also post links, but again, yeah, that's not something I'm too comfortable sharing. Seeing it only happened an hour or two ago. And so, yeah, although not so disorganised, and we couldn't actually get back there so easily. Interesting. Oh, super cool. Yeah, I mean, flying in freezing rain, Anthony, as well. It's worth mentioning here. It's very dangerous. Freezing rain is the worst sort of precipitation because it adheres to the aircraft as soon as it hits it. I have had it once after landing. Landed, looked at the nose, it was covered in icicles. I was like, whoa. I was like, yeah, that was probably freezing rain. Thanks, Colorado. I'll have a look at it at the end of the screen. I'm sure it's not graphic, but the fact that less than an hour ago people are on board that, it's a little bit too soon for me, thanks. Rest in peace, they're all on board. So when we get to the cruise, we'll start looking into Johannesburg. I actually don't need to program any more waypoints after Nibex because this is the start. So we'll intercept the radial inbound to Johannesburg here. 055 inbound, the 235 radial until 22 miles, and then we turn downwind, as if we don't get vectors. Are they actually landing southerly in Johannesburg or northerly? We'll have to find that out. Hi Todd, hope you're well. Yeah, we're in South Africa. Trista's here as well. Based out of FAOP, got to do some bush flying down south. Very cool. Yeah, we just departed from Upington. Approaching 30,000 feet. Doing about Mach decimal 77. In fact, I'm going to climb like a blunt rocket. We'll just maintain this fixed indicated airspeed and then accelerate to decimal 84. Yeah, another thing I'd like them to fix, well, it's already a very good aircraft, is when you engage the rudimentary auto throttle, it always goes back to idle and adds thrust, so I don't know why it does that. If it could just go from its existing thrust setting, that would go there.
And Alpaca 7724, German clear, Nibex 2 Charlie, arrival landing runway 21.
Nibex 2 Charlie for runway 21 left, Alpaca 772. Well, that's answered my question. 21 left, Nibex 2 Charlie. Already taking flight plan fuel. Yeah, these VATSIM controllers have been excellent all day, Anthony. And this is a full-blown VATSIM event. It ends in 45 minutes.
Area Emirates 60 Lima West,
on now for 18 minutes. We were airborne at 59, weren't we?
5, flight level 3, 30 right.
That's a wicked add-on. I'm having more success than last flight. I haven't depressurised the aircraft yet, and the static horses are absolutely fine. We're now climbing at Mach decimal 78. Get ready to do decimal 85. We'll fly the barber's pole. Anthony, how often did you fly the barber's pole in your day? Yeah, I think I've had all sort. I've not generally had bad icing, but I've had landed off once off freezing rain, and it was icicles on the nose going. It was crazy.
All stations, John, we'll be back in 2 minutes.
Right, we're going to actually tune the Johannesburg VOR, ready for the approach, 115.2, and we're going to want the ILS 21 left on standby, so 1099. So they're the only two VORs and frequencies we need for the rest of the sector. 15.2 will make active for JPO VOR, and the ILS is 1099 checked, so we can just flick over the nav aids when we get close to the airport. There we go. We're out of range, of course. By the time we got hired, so.
And all stations, John Oak is back.
Also, we're flying. This is where we're currently routing to via ILS, direct to Nibex. It's cleared by the controller. So we can already set up the course as well for the first inbound course, 055. It's all about managing your workload to get as much done as you can when the workload's a bit lower. There we are, flight level 330. We'll just bug decimal 85, which is here. We'll let the aircraft accelerate up to the barber's pole, which actually said he seldom flew. I've flown with some people, some old school captains years ago, and they said, "Oh, we flew everywhere at the barber's pole." Well, they might have just been saying that. Twas the way. In the 200 especially, apparently. That was the case. There are decimal 82. Parasitic drag's quite high now, even though the air is not very dense, but the engines aren't producing as much thrust up here, so it will take a while to get to sort of decimal 85. Nearly there. Lauren, yeah, I guess back then, with the amount of traffic you get now, I mean, it was very busy in the sort of 80s and 90s. You look at all these old videos, you can see how busy the airports were, but you've got a lot more freedom on speeds back then. Now we are just about decimal 85 now, so what we're going to do is put the auto throttle on. Hopefully they'll fix this bug. So watch this. You put the auto throttle on. Oh no, it didn't do it that time. Fantastic. So last time, on my last test sector, and yesterday, or 3 days ago we flew, when we put the auto throttle on, it went all the way to idle and then added thrust. Now it's sort of caught it quite nicely. Cool. So at this speed, we'll be there in 25 minutes. What's our ground speed? Cool, blimey, 544 knots. Oh, there must be a good tailwind here. Yeah, 261 and 51. So we've got a lovely tailwind. We're seriously shifting. 550 knots nearly. That's fast. Ground speed. Decimal 85, 60 knot tailwind. We're probably the fastest conventional aircraft in Microsoft Flight Simulator right now. There wasn't much that would go as quick as this. Not unless it had afterburners and a delta wing. Alex, have you ever had to rely on conventional navigation in your career? Captain Broken FMC IS? No, thankfully, touch wood. We have dual FMC. I have had quite a few single FMC failures, but usually, even if it fails, it restarts and you're back to dual. Very few, count on one hand. I've never had any RS faults. RS faults are a lot more sort of serious, because RS isn't just navigation, it provides information to the artificial horizon and lots of other systems. But you have to, so if you have a fault you can just select both on left or right. But never had to do that. They are very, very reliable. And have redundancy built within them as well. Yeah, you can see how fast we're going. What's the static air temperature? Static air temperature is minus... what's that, minus 47, minus 48? The total air temperature is minus 15. So that's all from the heat, from friction being generated as we fly in the upper atmosphere here. Oh, yeah. Well, if the FMC fails at Alpaca 2, you can't use the CDU. It just says FMC, and that's it. The CDU being the buttons and controls don't work. Cool. Right, now we need to, as we're getting this huge shortcut, work out a decent point to start descending. So we need to really work off Nibex, which is the star, and work out what height we want to be at Nibex. So Nibex, look, is a massive 50 miles from the airport. And then we've got to fly downwind as well, so we need to add some track miles. So we call it 50, another 10 miles this way 60, another 10 miles away that's 70. So Nibex is about 70 miles away from touchdown, approximately. So knowing that Nibex is going to be 70 miles, approximately from touchdown, we want to be at Nibex at around 21,000 feet, but we've got to take into account the elevation. The elevation, don't forget, is 5,500 feet. So it usually be 21, we'll add 5,000. We want to be at Nibex at 26,000 feet. So how did I work that out? Nibex is approximately 70 miles from touchdown. We're 50 miles to the VOR, 10 miles this way, 10 miles this way. So 70 miles. 70 times 3 is 21,000 feet. But we're also going to take the elevation into account. It's approximately 5,000 feet, so 21 plus 5 is 26. We want to be at Nibex at 26,000 feet. So we can then work out, if we're at 33,000 feet, and we need to descend to 26,000 feet, we only need to lose 7,000 feet. So 7 times 3 is 21. So when we're 70 miles away, so that's 91 miles away. So we can start our descent. So when we get 91 here, or 91 here, there we are, it's 187, we can start our descent. Hope that makes sense. 3 times your height, plus the elevation, plus the distance to Nibex as well, adding it on. So yeah, 90 miles DME. Here it's roughly top percent. 90-90. Hopefully it'll pick up the DME. So 90-90 or 90 here. So we can then work out how many minutes till top of descent. So when this is 183 miles, so 90 miles is half that, 20 minutes. So yeah, 10 minutes will be at our top of descent point. Haven't used this all sector. This is the in-flight engineer, the virtual engineer. You can use them to configure the aircraft for you, which is great if you're new to the aircraft. I'd finally recommend using it. But we go old school here. Well, I say old school, we do everything ourselves. Let's see if the landing performance calculator is updated. Again, if I press this, this is based off actual wind here, so it's not much use really using the landing performance calculator, because it gives you your actual wind. You want this to have the wind at your destination, but this is probably still set to Upington based on the fact that we couldn't change the takeoff performance on the second sector.
Turkish 2-1 Yankee requesting flight level descent.
Turkish 2-1 Yankee at my
sorry, no, we're still up. What was I going to do next? Landing performance, yeah, I mean, let's have a look here. We'll just sort of do it roughly.
Turkish 21 Yankee at West 1 arrival, descending...
So 21 left, it's 3,400 metres, it's super
confirm
long.
at map 1 Alpha
Tango
arrival.
is going to be what, 2,600-ish?
1 Alpha arrival,
Away for Tango. I only have default scenery here, guys, by the way, so it's nothing spectacular. We'll go auto brake medium. That'll work out well. So, let's do a briefing as we're 10 miles away. 10 minutes from top of descent. So routing direct to Nibex. Nibex, we're going to aim to be at around 70 miles from touchdown, so we'll aim to be around 21,000 feet. So 26,000 feet with the elevation. And then we're going to intercept the 055 inbound to Johannesburg. The 2 Charlie, which is what we've been cleared on. When we get to 22 miles away from the VOR, we need to make a left turn and... look, we need to actually put the Water K-Loof VOR on standby. 16.9. Another VOR to pick up. There we are. So 22 miles, make a left turn to intercept 217 inbound to Waterkloof. And basically we fly inbound, crossing the 280 radial from J-Bow, we need to be at 210 knots. And then we descend to 8,000 feet. Which is 3,000 feet above the ground. And make a right turn. What the right turn's based off, I'm not sure. ATC, I guess. Oh yeah, inbound for radar vectoring. So this right turn isn't a procedural turn, this is a radar vector turn off the inbound from Waterkloof from ATC onto the ILS basically. General aviation traffic, lost comms procedures, we just read all this. And then missed approach guidance as well. ILS Zulu then, 1099, inbound course will be 214, which I'll have to quickly change over. We'll fly the Cat 1 ILS, the minimums are 5,694 feet, which is 200 feet on the rad out, so we'll just set the rad out to 200. Again, it's shouldn't be using rad out as minimums on a Cat 1 or an MPA, but at least we get the MDA light, the correct height, roughly. MSA super high, but that's because of the elevation, 8,400. And we're flying the procedure or vectored on. 3 degree path. RVR is 550 metres. That's all really, guys. So again, remember 90 miles for starting our descent. I'm still too far out for the VOR. There we go. In our white Alpaca Airways livery 72, very suspicious.
371, descent level 100.
Sweet. Lovely. Lovely music for the Friday evening. There we are, halfway through the sector. How's the cabin altitude compared to the 7.3? Yeah, just look a little bit lower, TT Spectre. But it's all as per their pressurisation schedule. Oh yes, you did mention this. All the gear, no idea. Performance in the sim brief, let's have a look.
Contact Cape Town 125.1.
So takeoff data was there. Oh, the V-speeds weren't far off. Okay.
77 Whiskey Alpha, turn out right Nibex.
So landing data then. So we're landing on 21 left. There's all the information. So flap 30 packs on. No en route icing. Feet. Max manual braking. What's these figures based off then? No brakes? Or max manual braking, you can see here. Landing weight is 60.
Direct to Nibex, November India Bravo Echo X-ray.
71 tons, so yeah, on the high end here. Yeah, more than enough runway length. Don't like that format though, that makes my head hurt. It's cool that it's included there, I think I've seen that before.
371, descend now, altitude 6,000 feet, QNH is 101.
Taylor, you say it's by the pressurisation schedule, but how would one confirm that on either the 7.2 or 7.3? Well, you need the FCOM or the manual. Pressurisation schedule on the 7.2, I have no idea. But on the 737, it's based off different different differential pressure is given based off your altitude from up to 29 and 29 up to an 11, but I need to review that. I'll have a look now actually, because I'm curious. Oh, do you Americans, you spell pressurization with a Z? No. Look at this. Just have to look here. I can't find it now. It is a pretty aircraft, the 72, isn't it? It's an iconic trijet. Just looking up the pressurization schedule for Taylor to sort of discuss how it works. Oh, I can't find it now. Air systems. Found it. There we are. So the pressurization, Taylor, if we jump into the 727, I'm talking about the 737 here. So you said, yes, you say it's by pressurization schedule, but how can you confirm that on either the 72 or the 73? So imagining this is the 737, which has a very similar pressurization pattern. So when you're, I said 29, it's actually 28. So if you're flying between sea level and 28,000 feet in the cruise, you set this up here. It's scheduled to give you a differential pressurization limit of 7.45 psi. From 28 to 37,000 feet, 7.8 psi, and above 37,000 feet, it's 8.35 psi. And that's how the pressurization system works. Yeah, but maybe won't. It's good for me to review this stuff. War Sharp, thank you very much. 2 months as a member with a Jack emoji. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Thank you very much for your continued support. I hope you're doing very well. Oh, crikey, we're approaching top of descent actually. 107 miles, 106. Still haven't picked up a DME from the Johannesburg VOR, which does have DME. Just make sure we definitely got it tuned. 15.2. Yeah, it's active, box 1 and 2. So we'll keep an eye on it. We can use INS all the way until we get to Nibex. Just here, look.
Hammer 6 Lima and nothing further to the east until now with the other car 123.8. Enjoy the flight.
22.8, thanks for GHG. Have a good one. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Hi Dave, hope doing well. Should try a flight using VOR to VOR. You did that in the Flying J Sim and Explain. It's a challenge, but so much fun. A bit harder now. Some VORs don't tune. Yes, I need to update them. But there's less VORs around as well. INS is just as rewarding using INS, I find. Right, we'll start or request our descent now, as we only have 8 miles to run until Nibex and our top of descent point.
Turkish 21 Yankee requesting further descent.
Turkish 21 Yankee, confirm you are close to flight level 160.
Turkish 21 Yankee, flight level 160.
Right, let's request descent. Alpaca 772, request descent.
Alpaca 772, descent flight level 160, it will now be landing runway 21 right.
So flight level 160, landing 21 right, Alpaca 772. Oh, no. 160 is set, we'll engage arm, IS hold, there we go. Disconnect the rudimentary auto throttle, slowly reduce the thrust. Engage, IS hold, yeah, IS hold's engaged, and should descend at around 290 knots. Slowly reduce the thrust, down we go. Let's have a look at 21 right. So it's going to be the same arrival, we're just going to swing round to the other runway.
50.
Oh!
40.
Oh, thank you, Anthony,
30,
it's very kind. Thank
20,
you.
10.
historic first time I made it rain on AUD.
Oh, that's very kind, Anthony. Thank you.
You know the canons of our profession, so please don't report me to professional standards. But this is the best flight sim site.
That's very kind of you, Anthony. Thank you very much for your $10 donation. That's very kind of you. Thank you. And thanks for all your input. It's been great. Invaluable, I should say, in getting me or getting this tin can from A to B and then B to C today. It's really valued. And if you have just tuned in, Anthony is an ex-pilot and engineer on the 727, and his input has been very useful. So thank you very much for everything today. Really kind. Right, so 9, 18, 20. I think I might have made a little bit of balls up, excuse my French, with my descent calculation here. What have I done here? What have I... 70 miles at Nivex. No, I've really screwed this up. What have I done here? Vertical speed. 1,000. Yeah, I've made a mistake here. Nibex, 70 miles out. I want to be 7.21,000 feet. 9 minutes. What have I done? I've made a massive mistake here. I know what I've done. I know exactly what I've done. I planned my top of descent point with Nibex being...
Sorry, just I want
to be at 21,000 feet at Nibex. I've based this, that 90 miles... Oh... This distance here I based off being from the airport, not Nivex. This is Nibex distance from Nivex. I've really made a mistake there. Oh no. So Nibex I presumed for distance here, 67 miles from the airport. It's not from the airport, that's the distance from Nibex. Nibex is 70 miles from touchdown. Oh dear, don't worry. Right, we'll accelerate and descend very inefficiently at 1,000 feet per minute now. Oh, I feel like an absolute brat. Yeah. So this distance here, 64, I presumed was this distance here, 125. So I started to descend 60 miles too early. Whoops. It's okay. We can use this rudimentary FMC and we can descend because I can at 3. Look at this. What's VMO in the 727? Where's the actual? Is there any VMO speed here? Look where the barber's pole is. It's well above 350 knots. Right, we're descending inefficiently and burning up lots of virtual fuel. I'm gonna descend at 360 knots indicated. Yeah. Apologies guys, I gave you some excellent descent planning and I was all correct with what I was saying. I just presumed this was the distance, not from Nibex, from the airport. This is the distance to the airport, 120 miles. So we should ideally be at 30,000 feet. No biggie. We'll just accelerate to 360 knots in the descent. Brandon, that's an outrageous statement. I wasn't expecting the random failure to be the pilot. That's an outrageous statement. Right, well, approaching VMO at least. It gives me a good excuse to fly at the barber's pole.
Fully established runway 06, FA371.
Right, and yeah, I need to set up for the ILS. That's what I was halfway doing. For 2 on right now. So the frequency is going to be 1109. There we are. Minimums is still the same, 200 feet AGL. Perfect. Oh, look how fast this thing is, though. I'm doing over 350 knots indicated. Unbelievable, TT Spectre. Good one. I'm telling this annoying music. Right, rudimentary auto throttle, do your work. Maintain 350 knots indicated. Look at this. This is the way to fly. Brandon said with love. I enjoy your streams the last couple of years. Thank you. This is great fun though, flying at 360 knots. It's glowing red, the nose.
Alpaca 772, descent flight level 100, you can cancel the speed restriction.
Descent flight level 100, free speed. Alpaca 772. Yes. If gross weight is greater than 172,000 pounds, limit 350. 372 at 26,500. Oh, we're doing about 360 knots indicated. I mean, look at our ground speed still, 550 knots. That's really fast. I mean, even if you look outside, you can see we're shifting. Right, not to worry. We can re-evaluate our descent planning when we get to. I can't remember the waypoint we're flying to. Nibex. Remember Nibex? We said we want to be at 21,000 feet. So it's only in 4 minutes, and it's only. You know, we can shallow off the descent further, maybe a little less. So we've done something about it. We're just very inefficient. Best check the fuel, hadn't I? Oh, £15,000 total fuel. What does this burn an hour? 15,000 pounds. What's the fuel rate burn, Anthony, off the top of your head? Whilst I quickly check the flight plan. 4.5 tonnes an hour. But obviously the fuel burn's going to be quite high. So conservatively, times by 2.2. Yeah, £10,000 an hour. Okay, I've got an endurance of an hour and a half, basically. It's good. It's all good. Oh, I love this. I love this. I want someone to ask me, what's your indicated airspeed? 360 knots. I need to make this a little bit louder now. Yes, that's better.
I need
to get ready for conventional navigation. I'm approaching Nibex now.
Turkish 21 Yankee heading
So I've done it all earlier. So 055 is the course. We've got the VOR, and then we need to intercept this until 22 miles here. We do need to start slowing down at some point.
Turkish 21 Yankee, left turn out heading 090 now actually.
HSI coming alive. Yeah, look, HSI is slowly coming in now.
Turkish 21 Yankee, sorry, heading again. And
sorry,
others will report when established.
090 on the heading.
Here we are, shifting, I love it. 360 knots. So elevation's 5,500, so only 15,000 feet above the ground now. Virtual passengers or stowaways can sit down. Get ready to. Actually, we know what? We're only 15 miles from our last waypoint using INS, so we're going to revert to heading select now. So that is turn knob. There we go. Thanks INS for getting us this far. Getting ready to go nav lock. Oh, we nearly fixed this. So remember, we want to be at 21,000 feet at Nibex, which we're approaching. God, we are shifting. We're still doing 520 knots indicated at 15,000 feet above the ground. Right, we'll go over to navlock. Navlock's engaged. There we are, intercepting the inbound radial now. 055 on the 235 road. We now need to wait until 22 miles. So 40 miles and we start our descent. Just do VS another 1,000 feet per minute, because remember, we're a little bit low. We're still doing straight just right on the barber's pole, 350 knots. It's fantastic. Oh, we'd be overtaking everything.
Turkish 2-1 Yankee established on the RLS 4.
I mean, look, the engines are still at, even though we're descending at 8% M1.
Turkish 2-1 Yankee continuing approach on runway 36.
Cool, so remember we're working off another 20 miles on top of this. So we're adding 20 miles to this, because remember the VOR is located on the field, and it's going to be another 20 miles track distance. So distance to touchdown is just add 20. So around 70,000 feet, we want to be at 21. We're a little bit low, so we'll just keep the speed up a little bit longer before we start slowing down. 16.9 on standby, which we have. Great. Match the heading. Still got a lovely tailwind as well. Gee. Airport's going to be straight ahead somewhere. There's Johannesburg on the nose. Beautiful evening.
Welcome to Kinshasa, taxi Alpha and Echo to the bay.
Got Santa controlling us all the way in. Good, so we're around 12,000 feet above the ground now, so I am going to start thinking about reducing to 250 knots. We're just waiting for 20 miles. 20 miles is going to be the next big thing. So let's go 250 knots now. Let's start slowing to 250. So we're going to go to VS hold, which you're in. Oh, disengage and slow. Ah! Oh, that's not. That would not do the engines any good at all. Slowly reduce to idle. Then we'll reduce to 250. Remember, we were given free speed. Otherwise, we'd have to be doing 210 knots here. There's a lot of parasitic drag, so the deceleration's quite quick. So again, I'm going to maintain present heading again now. 22 miles we're waiting for from Joburg. It's about 15 miles. We're going to have to make that left turn to fly inbound to Waterkloof. Just to 250. So we're nearly 10,000 feet above the ground. So remember the elevation again, 5,500 feet. Oh yeah, people have been mentioning that this aircraft crashed an hour or two ago. There's apparently a video of that. There's 250 knots, 3.6. So we'll be at 9,000 feet plus 2, about 10, 11. Oh, it might be getting a bit high now. 10,000 to run. So let's now go IS holds, and we'll start descending at 250 knots. There we go. Thrust to idle. So 50 miles to run. We want to be ideally at 15,000 feet, probably a smidge high. Let's do approach. Yeah, we are below 10,000 feet. The ground, so lights on. Strobes, APU on. Pressurization set. Seatbelts on. Checks complete. And approaching 20 miles, so let's now go heading select. Oh no, we've got to do that, haven't we? Turned off. Heading select, that's engaged. The radial is 037. We're going to switch over the VOR now. 16.9. There we are. Oh, actually just crossed it, so let's go nav lock on. There we go. We're now flying this radial 217 inbound to Waterkloof. And there we are. Just down there.
Thanks very much. With 36 degrees 4 knots on my 2 runway clear to land. Correction, runway 06 clear to land, sorry.
The airport should be just down there somewhere.
Turkish 2-1 Yankee clear to land, runway 06.
Not sure what way to beam, but looking good. And now we're going to get vectored onto the approach. So I'm just going to maintain 250 knots. Get the ILS on box. So it's ILS2 on right, so it's going to be 1109. Put this onto box 2. Then have some DME distance here. So the DME here is going to be based off the ILS, and the DME 1 on the Windhoek VOR is based over here. You've got to be really careful of this because the DME is not the correct one, so you've got to use the DME off that one.
Alpaca 773 D10, hold shooting 8,000 feet, give it H1, 025.
Send altitude to 8,000 feet, QNH 1025, Alpaca 772. So 8,000 feet set, QNH 1025. Passing 12,400 for 8,000 feet, no flags. All set. So 8,000 feet is 3,000 feet above the ground. So we want to be roughly downwind, 3,000 feet above the ground. She should be. Sorry, downwind we want to be around 6,000 feet above the ground. So we want to be around 11,000 feet when we get downwind, which is roughly where we are. Maybe a little bit low now, but that's fine. I'm trying to still work okay where the airport is. I think it's over here. We're okay with the descent planning, apart from the initial descent. Purple, there's a fix to the DME problem. What's the DME issue? As usual, we've got DME FO here, but this is the DME of the VOR. We're actually a smidge low now. You can sort of see we're downwind. To beam, the airport will be a little bit ahead of us. And we want to be around 6,000 feet above the ground. Elevation's at 5,000. So around 5,000 feet above the ground, so a smidge low. So what we're going to do is revert to vertical speed again. Set about 1,000 feet per minute. We'll bring the speed back to the upper speed around 200 knots or so.
Okay, can you say
10,000 feet, obviously only 5,000 feet above the ground. 1025 is QNH. Oh, thanks Microsoft Flight Sim. I pressed the magic button. On approach track for 21 right is 214, so we can set that here. That's a reminder. God, the workload is so high, single pilot. Shut off that range of descent. Having Storm, thank you very much for gifting a member. Ship to PR7. Welcome on board, buddy. That's very kind of you, Having Storm. Thank you. PR7, enjoy your month as a member. 200 knots is fine. So this DME here is the one we're going to be interested in. It's obviously sort of stagnant now as we cross and beam the airport, which is just off to the right hand side. I think we're quite wide. They said you're quite wide here. But this is looking very nice. Still at idle thrust. Oh, so someone mentioned this earlier. They presumed that all nautical miles were based off statute. Is this actually showing statute miles then? Yeah, that's not correct. That should be nautical. 1,000 feet to go is checked. So yeah, we're super low actually. Let's really shallow off this vertical speed. Just a very shallow descent. About 3,500 feet above the ground. So just get ready to add some thrust. Maintain 200-ish knots. Bit of turbulence actually. God, it's crikey, aircraft's all over the place, yawing. It's looking good, just maintaining around 200-ish knots. Matos, thanks for the 32 months, buddy. What a beauty. Greetings from Prague. How are you doing well, buddy? Thank you very much for popping in. I won't start the replay today, guys, because it did crash the aircraft last stream.
Durban, taxi Alfred Echo to the base.
So we're getting ready for our base turn now. We should be on vectors now. So we've got this turn look coming up here. So I'm just going to carry on towards the VOR for now. I'm going to go heading select. Trim's constantly going off. So heading select. Get the VOR active. Sorry, the HSI set to runway heading. Half 2 on right, which was 214.
Yep, any some of your choice.
09.
Thank you for Turkish 2 on Yankee.
Good, we'll just put that on standby, and then we can just use the white arrow here to continue flying towards the VOR. Still doing 200 knots, approaching 8,000 feet. Hopefully we'll get a turn base soon. Yeah, So this is statute miles, not nautical miles. Well, that's no good. So I've been flying all my approaches based off statute miles since this aircraft's come out. Let's have a little look here on the chart. Just get the chart up for me. So 7.7. Oh yeah, 7.7 and 11. So this could well be statute miles. Interesting.
Alpaca 772, turn right now heading 100 base time.
Left heading 100 degrees, base leg, Alpaca 772. Right, we're going to go flap 2 and straight to flap 5. Oops, sorry about my non-CDA guys. I've just levelled off at 8,000 feet. It's all good, it's all good. Get down the thrust now. So maintain 180 knots on base. That's the recommended speed by KO. And flap 5. We have. Oh yes, vectors around all the built-up area. Oh, better set the course to 214. Oh, I've done that, perfect. I will flick over to the ILS boat boxes. That's looking good. Yeah, it's a little bit low on the base leg. Yeah, this DME is definitely statute. It's not nautical. Look, it's 12.7 nautical miles. What's the DME based on threshold? Well, it's not showing. Well, it could be showing 13 miles. Yeah, actually, no, we're inside, so that is statute miles, isn't it?
And Alpaca 772, turn right out in 180, cleared island approach runway 21 right, report fully established.
Riding 180 degrees on that heading, cleared ILS 21 right, report established Alpaca 772. Just crack my speed there, but 10 knots below my target speed. Hear my engines spooling up. And we're below the glide. Oh, I usually pride myself on CDAs, but not today. Glide slope's armed.
Turkish 21 Yankee, final to no Charlie 5.
Trim will not stop trimming. There we are, glide slope's armed. Oh, first time I've flown an ILS in this beast. Thank God. Glide slope's coming in now. Good, we'll bug 160 now. We'll take another knock dash and flops to flap 15. Get my teeth back in. Localizer alive. Localizer capture. We're heading set. Alpaca 772. Localizer established. ILS 21 right. Overshot the localizer.
Alpaca 772 wind 200 degrees forward knots. Runway 2 right, clear to land.
2 on right, cleared to land Alpaca 772. So overshot the localizer slightly. It was a good intercept heading, so you probably should have intercepted and captured that a little bit earlier. Just maintaining 160 knots with flat 15. Glide slope capture. Missed approach altitude is 8,000 feet, which is set. Steady on aircraft. Good. So I'll configure a bit later. Okay, otherwise good. Maintain 160 till 4. Yeah, so that's definitely statute. Look, we're just past 7.7 DME on the charts, and this is showing 8 miles. 8 miles, yeah. Well, you guys know already. It's still a really good add-on. No doubt. Ooh, hello, glide slope. No doubt they'll fix these in time.
1 Yankee, good time.
Right, approaching sort of 5 miles now, so we'll go gear down. Flaps to 20. Bug the final approach speed, landing checklist.
Back at 772, runway 2 on right, so disregard, I've already given you that.
I'll do it again. Clear to land, Alpaca 772, thanks. Start switches done, done, 3 green lights, flaps coming into landing flap now. Bug our final approach speed, which I've already updated. Get ready to add some thrust. Flaps, very slow to get there to 30, but leading edge flaps are extended, and we've got 30 green lights on. Just check my gears down. Yeah, gears down. Check's complete. Let's give it a go. Whoa, whoa. It's doing 1,500 feet per minute. There we go. So I don't know what's wrong with the trim. The trim is constantly going off here. You know, it's trim. Did it do that on the first approach? I can't remember. It's quite calm, but it is adjusting for the glide slope. Some big changes, but it's looking good. Right. No, don't press that button. That didn't work on my test sector. So disengage the autopilot. Cancel the horn. It's done a bit of a dirty dive after disconnecting. Let's get back on the glide. And a bit of thrust. Just reset my view. That's the one I want. There we go. Ooh, there we are. Oh, I can't get my views right. Sorry, guys. Right. Let's watch that rate of descent. We're already on 3 res. Don't descend any more. 500 feet per minute. Speed's good. 2 reds, 2 heights. Back to around 700 feet per minute. Keep the runway at the same point in the windscreen the whole approach. 50 feet. Look towards the end of the runway.
300.
Check. I'd be saying to my students, 3 reds, correct. Do something about it.
200.
I'm not doing anything. Continue. Where's my MDA light? There it is. There we are. Back on Pampers. Good. Oops. 3 reds. At this point, it's fine.
50, 40, 30,
check.
20,
close.
10.
Oh, you can't teach that. That was beautiful. 28 feet per minute. That was just perfect. Spring brake. Oh, I better get that as well. Why isn't the replay working properly for me? Reverse is normal. Look at the centre line tracking. 80 knots. 60 knots. Cancelling reverse. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Johannesburg. What a butter. Get the auto brake off. There we go. And we'll take the next exit on the right. That was so buttery. And do excuse the default scenery. And we survived. We've not killed any horses. Very good. For V1 of the aircraft is fantastic, and the issues we've had, no doubt, be fixed, and they're all ones that you've reported that you already know about.
Alpaca 772, welcome to Johannesburg. Just confirm, are you a freighter aircraft or passenger aircraft?
We're cargo Alpaca 772, but I only have stock scenery.
Alpaca 772, no worries. Then taxi right Alpha, hold short of Delta, contact the ground 121.9.
Right Alpha, hold short of Delta, and we'll contact ground 1219. Thanks to ATC for the majority of my flights today, and have a nice evening, Alpaca 772.
Cheers.
He's a very good controller, and he's been controlling us pretty much all the way from our descent into Upington, departure, getting us in here as well. So Alpha here, we've gone right, and then Delta's the second left. We'll contact ground, and we'll just take one of the default cargo stands. Just take the lights off. Fire truck, thank you very much for providing a standby service for us. We'll just taxi through you. Johannesburg ground, good evening, it's Alpaca 772 on taxiway Alpha to hold short of Delta, request parking on cargo stand please.
Alpaca 772 Joburg ground, hello, very welcome to Johannesburg. You can taxi to the South African Airways cargo apron, specifically stand Delta 14 via Alpha and Golf 10.
Alpha Golf 10 for stand Delta 14, Alpaca 772, thank you.
No worries.
Delta 14 via Golf 10. Where is Golf 10?
Minimums, approaching minimums.
Is that somewhere I will not be able to locate on my charts? Well, Delta 14 is over here. Hotel is here. Where's Golf 10? I will take the Alpha here and then park straight onto stand. What's the worst could go wrong? You might shout at me. Alex Pedersen, thank you very much. 5 months as a member. Beautiful landing. Thanks for an amazing stream. Have a great weekend. Thank you very much. My last day off today. Back to work tomorrow. And I'm on earlies all week actually, so maybe I can stream something after work if I'm not too tired. But I'm on the real early morning shift, so up at sort of 3:30, 4 AM all week for me. But thank you very much for your continued support as a member, Alex. Really appreciate it. Gosh, so welcome J-Bo, butter landing, absolute butter here. We're not doing many flights here. But anyway, let's do the clean-up flow. Lights can come off. I've done that already. Turn off. Lights can stay on. Strobes on. We'll crank up the APU. How much fuel did we land with? 12,000 pounds. Just over 12,000 pounds. Plenty. Start the APU. We'll take the next left for stand Delta 14. Let's see if GeoSix will work. yeah, this is all stock stuff, guys, so I'm not going to bother. I'll just work on stands. I can't recognise any of it. The default airports are okay, but for me to locate Delta 14, which is it's just off to the right here, it's going to be impossible. I'll take this left here, this second left line. Perfect. What can we do? Sometimes I do get the sceneries. I'm very lucky to work with a number of scenery partners that make them, but sometimes if I'm not going to fly to the airport, a lot of times I won't usually bother. But there's so many good freeware ones available on Microsoft Flight Sim, I usually even dive into those. Right, there we are. Taxi on stand. Taxi turn off. Off. Sounds like that APU started up. Crank it open there. Park it there. That'll do. Beautiful. Parking brake is set. We'll put the APU on the bus over here. So close the generator. We'll put the essential power to APU. Has that worked? Yep. Now we'll close the bus and we'll shut the engines down. Perfect. We've done a thing. Just let the engine spool down. Oops. Oh, I forgot to retract the flaps. I think I might have to open the ground interconnect switch now. Pressurised system A. I don't know if, well, on the NG, system B pressurises and controls the flaps. Or controls the flaps. I'm not sure if that will. I thought I retract. Speed brakes out, everything. Flaps retracting? Yeah, there they go. Turn the anti-coal off. Let's see how I scored on you, Sky, for Alpaca Airways. In fact, we wouldn't have made any money because we didn't carry any cargo. There was no cargo available. But it was a 10 out of 10 flight. We carried only 1,700 kilos of cargo. What's that? The weight of a car. We'll ignore the fact I lost money. But look at the landing rate. 28 feet per minute. And centerline deviation 1 metre. I'll take that. 49 Whiskers, generous to call default airports. Okay, no, we need a lot of work. They need a lot of work. Right, that's it. Well, we're not going to use GSX because the default airport couldn't recognise the stand. I didn't fire the replay because the replay tool I used crashed the sim last time, but I think that might have been because I crit out the simulator. But yeah, add-on worked really well. The second sector had some issues with the INS. I'm not sure if that was something I did, but there was a few little bugs with the performance tablet wasn't updated for the second sector. Some people then reported in chat, yeah, there's been reported issues for multiple sectors in the aircraft, but otherwise it flew really well. We reloaded the INS. The conventional navigation works beautifully. It's great fun to fly. The systems modelling seems exceptional. Anthony, who's been here all day, an ex-engineer and pilot on this aircraft, has I've no doubt been impressed with it. Been really helpful in ensuring the aircraft has been configured appropriately for each phase of flight. But yeah, it's a great add-on, and it seems like the devs are really open to feedback and making some improvements. My personal request would be, to make sure that the performance calculator can be updated for the next sector. Panel state for the engine quick start for my replays. That'd be useful as well. But yeah, it's a super little add-on. I highly recommend it. If only, was it €40? It's worthwhile getting. Anyway, that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I had great fun. I really enjoy planning these sort of sectors, and it's been a while since we've done 2 sectors in conventional navigation. It's quite exhausting. I feel quite tired, but it's great fun. As I said, I'm back to work tomorrow. Multiple training and checks this week, but if I get time after work and I'm not feeling too tired, I might jump in and do another stream and maybe one more sector in this. I don't know. It'd be nice to take this onto a really busy VATSIM event. This was a VATSIM event, but we came right at the tail end of it, but we'll see. But anyway, thank you, Anthony, for your very generous donation, to all the members that joined, or the gifted member, I should say, that was joined from Hammerstore, so thank you very much for that, and welcome on board. I think that was to PR7, that was it. But if you enjoyed the stream, don't forget to like and subscribe to Steps, don't latest content, and I'll see you all again very soon for some more content. Take care, enjoy your weekend, cheerio.